you guys? I hope everyone is doing okay. I know, right? I be taking these hiatuses now. I've been gone for 2 days again, but y'all gotta know I've been so busy, but I am back. As a matter of fact, I was supposed to be working downtown today. My body is so tired. I called him and told him, listen, because I do got something else to do. I was like, I can't come down there today, but they was like, can you come this weekend? I was like, I need to rest. I'll be back. I'll go work down there Monday. So what's going on? I see Diane, Clarinetta, Gray Face, Nothing Nothing, Ashley. What's up, Cypress TV? Um, we're gonna give every other. I be missing y'all when I'm I'm not here. I be missing y'all. Yeah, I got so much tea to put in members, but I gotta write down what I can put in there and what I can't. Yeah, I have to write it down. Um, he said, "Hey there, nothing." I started to do a members this morning, but I was like, I haven't written down yet all the key points that I can talk about. Ashley, Leo, Yam, nothing, nothing. It's tea from Friday night. You know what? I had some tea the other day. I'll just put it all in there at one time. When I got off live, I was supposed to love you. Love being a part of it. Thank you to Pretty Miss Kitty. Shout out to Pretty Miss Kitty. Has been a member for 13 months. It's funny, y'all. Listen, it's what's so weird. It's like right before I woke up this morning. I kid you not. It's just too weird. Right before I opened my eyes, I was dreaming that I was in um what's the name of that judge that's over straight dropping them case? I cannot think. Miss oh God. I can't think of her name right now. That's how tired I am. Got a brain fog. But I was dreaming that I was in that judge her courtroom sitting listening to her, and she was talking to Judge Jennifer Johnson, and she was talking to Orange Mound Quet, and she told to it was just weird. It was like she gave him she made a ruling, and I'm gonna tell you what's so weird. In my dream, she made a ruling, and then after she made the ruling, it was like this TV music said, like, boom. I was like, oh my god, because everybody was like really shocked. Anyways, child. Hey, Dre, now. Thank you, Diane, for the $9.99 super sticker. I appreciate that so much. And then I woke up. I was like, that's just weird. That's what happens when you get to working downtown. I like working downtown, but it's real. All the crazies come down there. I'm gonna tell you that right now. All of the crazies, and like when I Monday, like the first day, hey Memphis Shiesty, when I was down there, I when I got home, I was sneezing. Achoo, achoo, achoo. I said, ain't this some shit? I forgot to take my damn mask. Because I'm my body. Lord, stop me. Please stop me. Because I don't be meaning no harm. I promise to God. Like, I don't think I'm more than nobody else or anything like that. But y'all have to understand, like, with the type of work that I do, I'm mostly by myself, off by myself all the time, like sitting in a car or something like that. But when you have to go and work around, when you have to go and when you have to get out that car and go deal with the people, sis, especially when it's a plethora of different people coming in and out, I forgot my mask. That's all. And I was sneezing when I got home. But I didn't forget no more though. Anyways, you guys, I wanted to talk about, I know it's been a lot of stuff. Um so you made it downtown to the draft. Big Pimp Cypress, my niggas, look it up. Thank me later. The craziest downtown must be the place in every. You know what? I've never understood why people wanted to. I don't know if Memphis is the only city that, because they don't do that in Mississippi, where the crazies hang around the jail. You would think that nobody wants to hang around the jail. I remember a time when people got out of jail and stuff, they was running to get away from the jail. They didn't want to be nowhere where the police was. But now it's weird. People want to hang around the jail. They gets to fighting at the courthouse. They gets to fighting on the outside of the jail with the police looking at them. I was out on a case on uh uh what's today? It's today Friday. So I was out on a case Wednesday night. This is how bad it has gotten. Lord, y'all know my days and stuff mixed up. So I was out on a case Wednesday night. I was going down Summer. Okay. I was going down Summer. It was about 1 o'clock in the morning. Okay. It was a police. The police turned his lights on. A Memphis police turned their lights on. I wish I had my camera. I'm gonna have to start turning my camera on to record some of this stuff. Okay, because freaks be out at night too. And a car, I mean, just flying. And I was going at the intersection where I was going through a green light, but I happened to see the car, how it was wobbling and going fast and stuff like that. And I see the police lights behind her. So one of the other investigators that was in the car with me was like, that's a police chase. I was like, slow down, this police chase. I promise you, I'm so glad I slowed down. That car did like a left turn. It looked like it almost flipped over. It was going so fast, running from the police. I can only imagine that the car was stolen. And guess what happened? The police turned his lights off and kept going, like, even though he was, turned his lights on to stop the car. The car going so fast almost flipped. When it did a left, the police turned his lights off and went on with his life, just like ain't nothing never happened. Okay. My next memorial line, my next members, I'm gonna do a members today because I gotta do. I'm resting today. I gotta do one thing today, and then I'm coming on back home and throw my legs up. I ain't even going to my kickboxing today, y'all. I'm tired. But anyways, you guys, that's how bad it is. I said, ain't this a mess? The police turned his lights off and just went on with his life. Let the car go on. Yeah, that's how bad it has gotten. So the criminals know that they could put the police on a chase after they've stolen cars or robbed a business or taken somebody out. If they go on the chase, because they're not supposed to chase them, he just turned his lights off and slowed down, and the car almost flipped, turning left. The police turned his lights off and kept straight on through the light. Didn't turn left, just went straight. I said, ain't this a mess? And so that's the reasons why these folks doing a lot of what they're doing. Um, because at this point, there are no repercussions. We can't continuously make excuses for bad behavior. Yeah, we can't continuously make excuses for bad behavior. And I know we talk a lot about, so we're going to talk about Memphis police. they supposedly looking for the they supposedly looking for the shooters in Orange Mountain. That's what they say. Now it was a lot of cameras and stuff out there. Um, hey, I I don't know why they looking for them, and not unless they've been going to the house and stuff, and you know, because if you, I do know that if they get a photo of you, they can run your photo in their system, and your information and stuff will come up. They'll get a hit on you, and the information comes up. I don't. I'm gonna look at that. I don't know if they're trying to say they're looking for who did it, or they know who did it, and they're looking for the person. But just from seeing what I saw like Wednesday night, I know at this point that a lot of the officers are on autopilot. And hey, I feel like they're on autopilot because really they're not allowed to do their jobs. If you look at what had happened like a month or so ago in Westwood, I know a lot of people don't want to hear that because they, you know, folks be getting mad at me because they want little Rufus to be able to, because little Rufus is their son and their grandson and all of that. They want little Rufus to be able to terrorize the neighborhoods and do whatever it is that they want, that little Rufus wants to do. And nothing happens. So we think about what happened like a month or so over in Great Face. Don't worry about it. We going into the members after we get off of here, okay? um where the police was on the chase because those thugs had just I think they had just taken somebody out. So they are stolen a car. They send the police on a high-speed chase. On the chase, the thugs hit a older person and killed him. You had citizens, you had nappy neck cuckabug head citizens, you had parents and all of that talk about, well, the police was wrong for chasing them. Why they just couldn't leave them alone? The person wouldn't be dead. So y'all, there's no accountability. People are not holding their children feet to the fire. Hey, you think about a system that they wanted to be this out of control. When they do wrong, put a pacifier in their mouth, let them back out. I know a lot of people put they think Steve Mulroy, they kind of let the judge that is over the juvenile. Steve Mulroy does not prosecute juveniles, not unless they're going to be prosecuted as adults. There's a judge named Judge Sugarman. Now, Judge Sugarman is a black guy. He was just elected. I had supported and voted for Judge Sugarman. He had been running for juvenile court judge for the longest. Now, they didn't let Judge Dan Michaels, they were saying Judge Dan Michaels was a white man. He was too hard on the juveniles and he was prejudiced and all of that, but their asses wasn't getting out. It was not a revolving door. So Judge Sugarman, whose family got a reputable name, his father was the attorney for Dr. Martin Luther King and the civil rights movement. Okay, Attorney Sugarman, that was his father. So he has a reputable reputation, his family. So finally, Judge Sugarman, who is over the juveniles, the juvenile court, a lot of people don't know that, who is over prosecuting juveniles, has been letting the juveniles back out in record numbers. So now we got the juvenile. We're hearing that the juveniles, they commit these crimes, and instead of calling Judge Sugarman, they done changed his name because he let them right back out of jail to Judge Sugar Daddy. Okay, so the juveniles go commit all types of heinous crimes, and they go, Judge Sugar Daddy is gonna let us back out. Okay, and that's what he's doing. And so I don't know what's going on with Sugarman. Okay, I don't know, but I just know that this stuff has got to stop, and parents are going to have to be held accountable, especially, okay, for their underage children. Okay, You cannot get me to believe with looking at those pictures of those young adults over there in Orange Mound. Those were clear pictures that parents, it was all over the internet. You can't tell me that the parents that tapped in to look at what was going on didn't notice who their kid was, right? They didn't notice who their child was holding those machinery weapons and all of that. That's why I say a lot of these parents' feet are going to have to be held to the fire. Where are the fathers at? You know, we know that his name is Tariq Sugarman. Right, he ran for years. His name is Tariq. And Judge Sugarman, okay. Well, we know a lot of parents, a lot of fathers are gonna have to start stepping up. We always talk about, single mother homes, and most kids are in single parent homes. Let me just say this, okay. I don't think we give enough credit to mothers. Although it should, I do believe that kids should be raised up in two parent homes, but healthy two parent homes, okay? Healthy, because if you got a man there and he ain't about nothing, then he useless anyways, setting bad examples. He could hurt the child more than anything. You don't go and just get a pair of pants to be in your household. I'm talking about a man that that is worthy of. First of all, you got to be careful about, we got to go all the way back to who being careful about who you even lay up and have these damn kids with. See, that's the type of stuff that we are not even talking about. So when we hear these women, and sometimes people know how to make a fool out of you, but we got to go back to the basics as it relates to who we had these kids with. You go and you have a one night stand. You can't expect for a man to even want to be around you. First of all, he won't be in his child life. First of all, lady, he don't know you, okay? He don't even know you. So he gonna give you the runaround about having a DNA test because he was probably drunk. He probably is saying that the child ain't his because he don't even remember being with you. He don't even know your name, okay? So stuff like that has got to be dealt with to begin with, okay? Women being more responsible about who they had these damn kids with, okay? All right. So when he find out, when you do what is necessary, and he find out that the child is his, then he still needs to step up. But it's even worse if you don't even know him. You don't even know the man. Okay. And so a lot of these kids are being born because somebody got drunk and they want to just have fun. It ain't no love involved. And the children feel that when the father, who wants nothing to do with a woman he don't even remember laying down with, is hesitant, and it shouldn't be like that because that's his child, but he's hesitant about being in her life, especially when he find out she a damn fool and he's sober up. So women are going to have to start being responsible, and men are going to have to start being responsible too. Okay? Okay? I'm going to tell y'all something, and I promise to God, I'm not lying. I've had people to reach out to me about finding, I need to find my baby daddy. What's your, I've had it happen. What's your baby daddy name? Oh, well, they call him Sputnik. I'm just saying a name. They call him Sputnik. What's his real name? Well, I know he be over there off a Trig. Okay, that's South Memphis. What's his real name? Well, he little Junebug them cousin. She don't even know his name. Y'all, how do we y'all, it ain't right. How come ain't nobody telling these folks that what you doing ain't right? You opening up your heaven because you want to brag about, girl, I got drunk and had a one night stand. I ain't God. Hell, if you don't know his damn name, I can't find him. I don't know it either. But these are what these kids, a lot of these children are a product of irresponsibility, but don't nobody want to talk about that. So then what they do is they start putting money into programs, talking, well, we're going to rehabilitate the kids. You can send a child to counseling for what, an hour? You could put them in some programs, But children are a product of their environment. He gonna be at home in that unhealthy household the majority of the time. So everything that you have tried to instill in him in that hour or two, that they put all these money into these programs, it goes right out the darn window. Because he got to go back home to a mother that's crazy. She got Tom, Dick, and Harry, okay, all around her children. She don't even know him. And it causes them to be, I'm telling you, I know, because I have counseled juvenile teens that was in the juvenile jail when they was over there at jail East. I'm telling you, okay? I'm telling you. It affects their children. It bothers me when you have kids that are 18, 19 years old. Men are taught to internalize a lot of stuff. If they don't internalize it, then we call them sissies. Okay? So they're looking at their mother, especially by nature, they're taught, they're supposed, hey, when they're born, unless, they're doing something now to make them feminine, they want to be protectors. So you got Tom, Dick, and Harry in your house. Okay, you bring them around your sons, and then he knocking you all over across the head. Okay, it affects your children. It affects your son. It causes him to be angry because, as one of the young men was telling me, I hated for Fridays to come because that's when my mama's boyfriend got drunk. And I already knew he was going to come in and beat my mama up, and then he was going to whoop us and stuff. So I hated Fridays, right? But this is what this lady chose to bring around her children. That's why I say, thank you, Great Face, for gifting 20 memberships. Thank you so much. Look at that. God is good. Shout out to Great Face. He's gifted 20 memberships, right? So that's why I say fathers are, women gonna have to be responsible about who they lay down with. But even still, if the fathers have been into a relationship with a woman and they break up, because men got it bad about this, they break up with the woman, even if they've had a long relationship with that woman and she's got children, he get mad at that woman, he'll take it on his kids because he feel like that's hurting the woman. I ain't get ready to do nothing. I ain't get ready to give her nothing. Then when she gonna put child support on, she wouldn't put the white people is in my business. Y'all, hey, the Black community is in disarray. So we talk about dealing with the children, that's good. But hey, we got to deal with the adults too. Because a lot of these kids are a product of their environment. Okay, the adults is at the root of all of this. And I know some kids, a lot of kids come from good parent homes, and they go awry. Okay, I understand that. But it's more of them that come from bad homes. Okay, I don't care how much people got it twisted. They feel like, well, he had the best shoes, he had the best clothes. Yeah, but what kind of good examples have you set for him? Giving him everything might be the problem. And that's another thing. You giving them everything, right? And they spoiled. They don't feel like they're supposed to work. So I'm going to rob, steal, and kill. No values, no core foundations are being set. So that's why I said we got to go back to the basics, okay? Women, be careful about who you have these babies with. But fathers are supposed to be the head. And I can't stand for a man to say, well, I can't be the head. I can't be the head. I can't do this because his mama won't let me. I be trying to go by there. Sometimes ain't no woman gonna let you come and say nothing to a child that you feel like you only want to see one time a year. I went over there, I stopped by there, and I tried to set some rules down. Nigga, you ain't been seen in 11 months. Right? So that's why I say there has to be some rehabilitation or some habilitation. Okay. We talk about rehabilitation and stuff all the time. Rehabilitate, and then it seems like that fails. A lot of people ain't got a damn thing to rehabilitate because they've never been taught nothing to begin with. So when you start talking about rehabilitation, that's going back to the basics. That's going back trying to unlearn everything that you've been taught on top of the values. Hell, they ain't been taught no damn values. Okay? So it ain't nothing to rehabilitate. It ain't nothing there. So that's why I say a lot of this stuff, and I know I was all over the place. A lot of this stuff, it starts at home. Parents are going to have to be held accountable. Trying to uphold your child in his wrong or her wrongdoing, I mean, it's gonna get them put in an early grave. Okay, that's what's gonna happen. You know, I talk about this all the time. You know damn well when your child pulls up in your driveway in a $250,000 car, you know darn well that he stole that car. You ain't A lot of parents ain't gonna ask him no questions at all. If I had a teenage son, he couldn't, unless he was a rapper or something, and he got to be a rapper that's successful, not somebody that just give themselves the name of a damn rapper. You supposed to question him. Where you get that car from? You ain't got no licenses. How you even got, why you even driving that car? Whose car is that? Call the police and tell them, look, I got a stolen car in my driveway. Instead, they let their kids hide it in their garage or in their backyard. They turn the blind eye. They already know their sons ain't doing right. They already know their 10, 11, 12-year-old sons. First of all, the parents need to be in jail if you got a teenage child outside 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning hanging on the corner. Why is he hanging on the corner? You already know he out there selling drugs. Okay? But as long as he bringing back a stash and giving it to her, it's a darn shame that kids are being held with the responsibility of paying rent and stuff. Well, you know, Junebug pay my rent. How old is Junebug? 15 years old. He always been responsible. Helper, you already know what he doing to pay. So then when he's standing out on the corner and somebody ride by and it's a drive-by shooting, you get to hollering about he was just a baby. Yet you put him in a grown man position. Okay? You put him in a grown man position. When you turn the blind eye, as long as you was benefiting, okay, you turn the blind eye. You didn't try to talk to your son about anything because you was enjoying that fast money that he was bringing into your household, mama or daddy. Because you got a lot of daddies when their sons and stuff are out here gang banging and all that. They bragging about, they popping their car. My son a gangster. Ain't shit. Okay, a man that's supposed to be the head of his household. Okay, he's supposed to be the head of his darn household. But he's sitting up popping his collar about his son out there taking lives and gang banging, and his son's 16 years old. Thank you too, Pretty Miss Kitty, for the $10 super sticker. I appreciate that so much. Okay, he out there bragging about his son being a gangster instead of trying to reel his son in and instill some type of values in his son so that there can be some longevity. It ain't right for these boys to be dying at 19, 20, 21, 25, even 30 years old. They ain't living to see 30 years old. And a lot of these parents, they want to play victim when all they got to do is reel their children in. You know it ain't right for your son to be 16 years old out at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning when he's supposed to be in the 11th grade. You are directly held responsible for that. If he stay out one time, you supposed to reel that in. Oh no, nigga, you stayed out over your curfew. I got you. Okay, you gonna go to school or you gonna go to juvenile? Well, you know that's what's wrong. We shouldn't send our kids to juvenile. That's what they was doing back in my time. You gonna go to school or you gonna go to jail? The parents gave them a choice because you gonna mind me. You gonna get your education. You gonna go to school from my house or you gonna go to school from juvenile. What you want to do? Because see, they got a school in juvenile. You got a choice. So you want to go to school from home? You can live here and go to school. What's up, D-Ma? You can live here and go to school. Okay. Thank you, nothing for the $10 super sticker. I appreciate that. You can live here and go to school, or you can go to Juvenile and go to school. What's Give me a choice right now. And they're gonna choose to stay at home and go to school. And I bet you they're not gonna stay out all night because they know mom and dad ain't playing with them. But it's a lot of stuff being upheld now. Parents think it's cute for their kids to be out here killing people until the tables turn. So now, when the tables turn and her son is taken out or her daughter is taken out, and they be like, the police ain't doing their job. No, lady, no, man, you ain't do your job. You already know your son was the one in the neighborhood burglarizing all the damn houses. Whenever he go to jail, the burglaries stop. Right? These folks uphold their kids in their wrongdoing so much. When they go to jail, okay, when they go burglarizing these houses, they getting their mama stuff. They getting a lot of old people got jewelry. They got that gold and stuff. They got little diamonds and stuff. They getting their mama some stuff out of these people's houses in the same neighborhood. And mama so simple. Lil Rufus bought his mama this ring. Lady, you already knew that ring was worn when Lil Rufus brought it to you. Your son burglarizing all the houses in the neighborhood, your neighbors' houses and stuff, and you simple enough to walk out of your damn house, talk about Lil Rufus bought this for me, wearing them folks stuff like they not gonna know they damn stuff. And we'll fight. My son brought this to me when you knew it was used, when he brought it to you. Y'all, that's what I'm talking about. These parents, that we don't have a choice. They got to be held responsible. Because if you gonna tell me that them kids that was over there in Orange Mound, all of their pictures and stuff have been circulating on social media, you trying to tell me that the parents didn't know who they was? Thank you, Leah, for the cash app. I appreciate that so much. You trying to tell me that the parents didn't know who they was? Anybody know their child? If their backs had been turned, you know your child. If they had not got a picture of their face, if their backs was turned, I know my kids with their damn backs turned, even if they don't show their face. That's my daughter right there. I know damn well that's how I know how she stand. I know how her body type is. I know what type of clothes she wear. They didn't show her face. They ain't got to show her face. I gave birth to that one. I know everything about it. That's my damn child. So some of these parents, our feet are going to have to be held to the fire because they are upholding what these kids are doing. But don't nobody want to hear that. More fathers got to step up. I hear men say all the time, hey, they want to blame the reasons why they're not, in their children's lives on their baby's mothers. My baby mama ain't no good. Nigga, you got 4 kids with that girl. So you trying to tell me after 4 kids, before you got them 4 kids, you didn't know she was no good? See, there are too many excuses. And as a result of what a lot of adults are doing, their emotionalism, going back and forth, fighting and rejecting their children and stuff, all of this has a lot to do with why these kids are like they are. Some of them just go wayward and they come from good homes. Some of them do. Some parents do the best they can and their kids just go wayward. Okay? But a lot of them are a result of bad parenting, and people don't want to hear that because everybody want a pacifier in their mouth. Like I said, everybody want a titty in their mouth. Okay, I can't put no. I don't listen. My youngest daughter is, I believe she just turned 23. I be forgetting their ages. Okay, she about 23. I ain't had no milk in my damn titties in 23 years. I ain't trying to put no damn titty in nobody's mouth to feed them. Okay. At some point, these old ass niggas gonna have to start eating some meat. And if your ass choke on it, you just gonna die. But at this point, okay, hey, I don't mean no harm. I don't be trying to be mean or nothing. But at this point, some of these folks got to die. Sometimes with the type of stuff that these people are putting into the atmosphere, especially when they old and stuff, sometimes they got to die so that the younger generation can be better. Okay? Because the type of stuff that they teach and they promote and they put into the atmosphere, you got a lot of these OGs that's so rotten. They so jealous hearted. They be wanting to see these little dudes. They send them out. They be wanting to see them get into all types of stuff because they jealous of them. Don't look, leave me. Don't get me started. Okay. They get to looking at these young dudes and they remind them of what they used to be. They feel like if they take them out, if they take each other out, we send them out to go to jail. I can get the young gals. You can't even get a hard up, nigga. You 60 years old, okay, without Viagra, and it's taking you blind. So people get to thinking about, they're so jealous hearted and selfish. That's the reason why I gravitate to men that I see that's trying to preserve the younger. They go, I had my time. Hey, I had my time. And look, I'm relishing in my age bracket right now because I understand I'm supposed to be an OG and I got a lot of wisdom. And if I can, I want to put a lot of wisdom out there because believe it or not, it's a lot of young dudes that would love to sit at the feet as some of these elders, as some of these OGs that's going to teach them right and drink up some of that wisdom. So I gravitate to older men like that when they don't mind putting them gems out there, okay, for a lot of these young dudes, okay? But a lot of these ones are so jealous-hearted. They get mad at the young men because they 23, 24 years old. They jealous of them and their girlfriends and stuff pretty being 23, 24 years old. That nigga go to jail. I can get his gal. Nigga, you 60. Ain't no young girl in her 20s gonna want you unless you're a damn sugar daddy. And Lord, please stop me. And that's another thing I was going to say, and she's a whore, okay? And there's a lot of young girls that's got that whoremongering spirit on them, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. We're gonna deal with that too. Let me talk about that, okay? When I was working, y'all know I've been working downtown, okay? I took a contract downtown. I'm tired as hell, okay? Looking at some of them arrest tickets, okay? What's up, Alabama hitter? Looking at some of them arrest tickets. Hey, Michael X, you start reading some of them arrest tickets of some of those young girls. All you see is, and it hurts me because my last baby was born in 2001. So you start looking at some of them arrest tickets, they born 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005. Those are babies, young kids, young girls sitting up in jail, y'all, for guess what? Prostitution. You start reading their arrest ticket. Suspect tried to sell sex to officer for $50. Suspect tried to sell sex to undercover officer for $75. Suspect tried to sell sex to undercover officer, said she would give him oral for $30. These are babies born in 2002, 3, 4, 5. And they out there selling ass, okay, around a school zone. At the damn, a lot of them are still in school, 18 years old, in high school. And they walk out of school and stand at the corner of the school and try to sell ass. Right? 30, 40, $50, y'all. It's something wrong. It ain't normal. So what they want to do is they want to make it like that this whole culture is normal. It's not normal for young girls to want to sell themselves and let men that they don't even know violate their temple. It ain't nothing normal about that. It ain't nothing normal. So when you see, I'm 40 something years old, and the thought of a man wanting to have sex with me that I don't even no or like makes me want to throw up. Okay? So how have our babies, because these kids are babies born around that age, how have they gotten so desensitized? And you got these old niggas in their 40s and 50s and 60s feel like that it's okay or want to brag about having an 18-year-old girlfriend. Nigga, you sick. If you 50 years old, nigga, and you bragging about you messing around with an 18-year-old, you's a pedo and you sick because she young enough to be your damn grandchild. Okay? And let's talk about that Michael X. And here's another reason why I know they're trying to destroy the black community. Memphis has, I think Memphis is, I'm glad you mentioned that straight to the point. Y'all, they putting so many points, I'm all over the place, but we're gonna talk about all of them. Y'all keep me calm down because I've been gone for 3 days. Okay. I was looking at that. Memphis and Shelby County is the highest with the H to the I to the V and the A to the I to the D to the S. Number 2 behind Atlanta. Y'all know we have to spell the words out now because y'all know how they do on YouTube. When you start trying to kick some real knowledge, you start trying to tell people the truth. They don't want you to do that on YouTube. Okay? They don't want you to do that. So what they do is they start messing with your channel. Okay? But Memphis is number 2 behind Atlanta. Right? And I think like after Memphis, it was like New Orleans or either New Orleans might be number 1. Hold on, let me see. I think it's Atlanta, Memphis, and New Orleans that's leading in the H to the I to the V and the A to the I to the D to the S and all of these other venereal diseases, right? But y'all, that's the reasons why they raised up like people like Sexy Red because they've made sex a god. You know, I was talking to somebody about this last night because they want to put people like Sexy Red. When Sexy Red first started coming on, Sexy Red feet was dirty. Her feet was black nasty. So this is how they want to depict black women, got dirty feet and all that. It made me sick because I'm one of them ones. I'm getting ready to tell y'all this right now. I have an obsession with making sure my feet is clean and my coochie is right. That's the reason why y'all always hear me talk about I'm trying to get them to advertise with me vagina management and all of that because that's 2 things that's gonna be clean. Okay, the whole body's supposed to be clean, but that vagina gonna be right and it's gonna smell right and them feet gonna be right. So you put a black woman on national TV and in a culture where kids are already misguided and ain't got no guidance, okay, with nasty black feet, okay. So now they look at black women as, black women are beautiful, but they got dirty feet. This is how they want to depict us. And you got Sexy Red and I don't mind as long as I get to the bag. Everything is about the bag. Ain't nobody got no morals no more. And you ain't got the mamas telling them, no, you're not going to listen to that. That's not how it's supposed to be. You know why? Because mama standing right next to her on Instagram, rapping Sexy Red and bent over, right, with her ass showing, shaking her butt too, right next to her damn teenage daughter. Okay? But this is the type of stuff that we allow them to do because we could shut down the stuff that Sexy Red and Dukiana is doing. Dukiana ain't even got no business. They brought Dukiana. They put Dukiana on national, made her this big star because she was talking about her booty hole and Dukiana is just grotesque. That first of all, we're gonna start with that ass, that fake ass she got that don't even match. Right? And the stuff that she has put into the atmosphere, young girls that don't have any guidance, They look up to people like Dukiana and Sexy Red. Okay. He said it's sad, very sad, but it's nothing new under the sun. I blame TV and music for promoting that something for nothing and the whore culture. Also, bad parenting from our age group, 45 to 60. I agree. And you know what's so sad though, Mr. Royalty? Hey Kimberly, you know what's so sad, Mr. Royalty? Is that y'all, I'm looking at two different screens, so y'all have to I have to put up two different screens because what I don't see in the studio, I see on the regular screen. Okay. When they um our culture, Mr. Royalty. I was reading something else. I told you I'm looking at two different screens that show me two different things. My studio screen moved real fast, so it's a lot of stuff I missed. Um, our age bracket, you talking about 40s on up. We came up in the 80s. Okay, we came up in the 80s. We was taught differently. We were taught differently. So when even when the crack era came in, okay, we still had grandparents that had a foundation to take over raising the kids, right? When you hear young Dolph talk about he was a crack baby, right? When the crack era came in, his mother and his father may have been victims of being on crack for a little while, but he had a grandmother to continuously raise them and build some type of foundation on the inside of them. Well, all of that is depleted now because grandmama is 20 and great grandmama is 25. Okay, that's really what's going on. Mama 10, grandmama 20, great grandmama 25. Okay, and all of them on that whole culture stuff. Ain't nobody really got no foundation built on the inside of them. But it bothers me when I see women my age, even you talking about women in their late 30s, and they're promoting this stuff. They feel like that what they want to be on what Dukiana and Sexy Red and all of them are on. They want to be on the same thing that they are on. And they know that we came up in a different time. There's a different foundation, right? A different time, we were taught different values and stuff like that. But yet they want to be on the same time that Sexy Red and I don't even know how old Sexy Red and Dukiana and them are. Okay, they probably in their 20s and stuff, but they want to be on the same time when they already know this is what they put on the TV because black women are beautiful. Okay, all we curvaceous, different colors, shapes, and sizes. The melanin in our skin is worth millions, thousands of dollars. Okay, so what they do is they want us to be like we are, so that we can't be great. Because you think about our ancestors. That's why I love reading about when people go, "You so obsessed." I'm going to continue my dad's organization. I was thinking about like I would love to see more men start nonprofit organizations and do right and start mentoring young boys because you can get women to do it. But young men need men of valor to start mentoring them. And I ain't talking about no damn Fruit Loops that want to have an all boys group so he can make freaks out of the little boys. Because a lot of that goes on too. I'm talking about real men that's going to hold them accountable because it ain't no accountability. Okay. But I was thinking about, I was like, dog, one of my first field trips that I want to do with some of my kids that I'm going to mentor is my dad and I, before he had gotten down sick, we was planning a trip to New York to the Harriet Tubman's museum. And I remember my dad being, so I was like, Dad, let's take a trip to New York so we could, because my dad had bought a museum in downtown Memphis. He was remodeling it and some more stuff. And a lot of stuff had just been put on halt, you know. And so I was like, let's go to the let's go to New York, go to the Harriet Tubman Museum and walk around because it's in the house that she actually lived in, right? And so when I started reading about and I thought about, I was like, I want to continue that, but I think my dad would be proud if the group of kids that I mentor, we did like a field trip or something like that, and we went to New York, and I take them all the way back. Sometimes we got to go all the way back to the beginning. These kids don't even know anything about their history. They don't know anything about Harriet Tubman. They've done so much to suppress our history. They don't know anything about it. You start talking about slavery now. Slavery, what's that? Who is Harriet Tubman? Who is this? Who is that? Hey, Cynthia. Okay, they don't know anything about their history because they want to suppress our history. They don't know where they came from. They don't know anything about how great the Africans was, the reasons they chose to get a lot of our ancestors from Africa. They didn't just choose to go over there and get slaves and stuff, make African slave because the women were beautiful, but not because they was hanging from trees like Tarzan. They was great, right? I always brag about how I was just blown away when I found out that mathematics was created in Africa, right? A lot of the stuff that we enjoy now, a lot of the inventions, although they try to suppress that, a lot of the inventions that we enjoy and take advantage of now was created by Africans. They don't want these kids to know that. And you got a bunch of parents that's a bunch of damn fools, okay? They ain't trying to teach nothing. They want to be like Sexy Red. Whereas we can shut Sexy Red down because the music industry ain't gonna promote nothing that don't sell. Okay, you know what? This is what they're trying to do. This is how they want to depict black women. I'm offended. When you put a dirty feet black ass girl on TV with her damn feet black and dirty on the bottom, I'm not buying her records because this is how they want to depict black women. I'm offended. I bet you they clean Sexy red ass up. Okay, they wouldn't be promoting no Sexy Reds. Okay, because you know why? Because we ain't gonna buy it. A lot of what goes on is our fault. And I be hating to talk about Young Dolph and everything that I talk about, but I have to say this. I always talk about how, a lot of what happened to Young Dolph, a lot of that was our fault. I'm talking about the consumers. You know why? Because we perpetuated that beef between him and Gotti, whereas we should have stopped buying records. When Young Dolph started getting popped at, when they started trying to take him out, we should have stopped buying the records. Folks try to say, Memphis killed Young Dolph. Nah, bitch, you killed him. Lord, forgive me for cussing. Lord, please forgive me saying that. It just came out. Okay? Now, it's a lot of people's fault because we had the authority to stop buying. Okay, look here, Yo Gotti. Hey, even if you use a fan, it's coming from your camp. We can't support you no more. So not only would he have stopped, the record company that was funding him was gonna stop him. Okay, he would have started reeling Black Youngster and them in, but instead we perpetuated that. We helped to perpetuate that by saying, oh, I guess we didn't think nothing would happen to Young Dolph or whatever. Oh, I wonder what kind of music I know Young Dolph gonna come out hard this time, where it had gone too far. When they tried to take him out the 2 or 3 times that they tried to take him out, we should have stood up and stopped it. Anything happened to him, you start popping at him again, because now it's getting too serious and you're promoting an energy and you got these little young dudes watching you. And look at what has happened since that has happened. It seemed like it has started an all-out war, right? A bad energy was released into the atmosphere, and it seemed like it's been a gang war going on around the Memphis area ever since, whereas we as the consumers had the power to stop a lot of that. If you want to take him out that bad, you ain't gonna have a career, nigga. It ain't gonna even matter about what he said about you, because you ain't gonna rap no more. You ain't gonna sell nothing. Nobody that comes from that label will ever sell another record or a ticket, because if something happens to Young Dolph, your label gonna be defunct and your career is over. See, that's how we control people, okay? Because as long as you're talking about them after it happens, it's too late. As long as you're talking about when you know it was wrong, this that folks don't, when they low down, they don't give a damn about that. But when you get their attention, when you start pulling back your resources. So that's why I say our mindset has to change. And a lot of these fathers who are supposed to be the head of the household, they're going to have to get their life right, because it don't do you no good to be in your son's life and all you want to do is when you get him, you talk, your mama your mama a hoe, your mama this. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. And I hear men do that all the time. They get with their kids, and that woman is the custodial parent taking care of that damn child. You get with the child every now and again. All you want to do, because you damaged, talk about the child's mother. So now you teaching your son that it's okay to disrespect his mother and to disrespect women. So you hurting them more than you helping them. Okay, because you're a damn fool. Okay. And so when I hear men, because I dated one, talk about how damaged they are, you know, and I promise you, as women, we got no nurturing spirits. That's the reason why I say I ain't nurturing now another Negro. Okay, not the wrong one. Okay, but just as women, we got, you know, I'm damaged and I went through this, wanting to cry. Nigga, get yourself some help. Okay, because it turns into a crutch and you start to bleed over on everybody else. So you damaged, and now you want to go get somebody's good little daughter, okay, and get her to be your therapist and your counselor and all that, when she really just supposed to be your lover, your woman, your confidant. Okay, but now you done messed her up. She get out, when she finally get out the relationship, she a damn nervous wreck because he done damaged her. And if these men don't get the help that they need and start rising back up, okay, and being the heads of their household and being healthy heads, being a head of the household don't mean I'm the ruler. I just rule over everything. No, nigga, I'm gonna get you in your sleep. I'm gonna go ahead and get you in your sleep, okay? Cause see, you ain't doing it right, okay? Cause I'm gonna tell you something. When women are scared of you, okay, and you acting a fool, when you go to sleep, I got something for you. I got something for you. I'm gonna handcuff you, and I got something for you, nigga. And we're gonna go ahead and put you up out of here. But I'm talking about a healthy, being healthily ahead of the household, right? Everybody got issues. Okay, you get you a good woman, y'all help each other, because she got more than likely got issues too. Go and get some counseling. But the important thing is, if you got kids in the household, you really need to be healthy so that you can build a foundation, whether you are a stepfather or not. Because if you take on living in that house with that woman and she got kids, you supposed to be the head of that household and a father figure, nigga. Because I'll never want no damn man. I wouldn't. That is with me, and he say, well, those are her children, I ain't got nothing to do with it, but you living in the damn household, you got to go. Okay. Okay. So that's why I say the men, that's the reasons why there are a lot of things that are off balance. Okay, because the men are supposed to be the heads of the household, right? And when the head is not right, when the head is not right, nothing balances out. Everything is out of whack. That's right. Kids need real fathers. When the head ain't right, everything is out of whack. Hey, I know, women, they go, women, well, what do I have? The women, we the neck. The head can't move without the neck. If you use your position responsibly, everything would flourish, right? Women can get men to do exactly what they want them to do, right? If they know how to get them to do it, right? I ain't got no problem with being the neck because the head can't move without the neck, okay? Hold on, you guys. I'm getting ready to open the lines up. I ain't mean to talk that long. My phone rang. I said, "Ooh, I'm supposed to open up the lines." Y'all, the number is at the bottom because y'all know I can go on. I ain't been on here in 3 days, so y'all know I can go on and on and on and on and on and on. It's been an hour. I want to talk about. We're gonna still talk about some more stuff because I was getting ready to talk for days. I have to get it all out. Okay, so y'all could call in. We're talking about, child. We were supposed to be talking about Memphis looking for the Orange Mound shooters. I don't know if Memphis police, it wouldn't be, if they was looking for him, it wouldn't be that hard to find. Now, I just got to be honest about that. If they was looking for him, it wouldn't be that hard to find. They had their asses out. They all over Facebook. Okay. Y'all, the number is 662-471-8841. 662-471-8841. Call in. Keep it on topic. We're talking about Memphis. So I should have put supposedly looking for the Orange Mound shooters, and why aren't more fathers stepping up? Okay, so let's keep it in their realm. Let's talk about that. It's good for us to conversate and talk about things of this nature. Okay. Nola says this is why the media started removing black families in the media. They advertise single whites, single women, and biracial. Absolutely. They understand how strong, I don't mean no harm, the black man and the black woman is together. You're right. You're absolutely right. They don't want for black people to see. You're right. I see what they depict on TV. They don't want, it's very seldom that you see them showing a black man and a black woman as a family unit. They'll show a white man and a white woman, but they don't do it with you very seldom see them showing black men and black women, but they'll show a black woman and a white man. They're completely, totally trying to X out the black man, and black women being together. They know how strong. If we ever unify, there has to be some reconciliation with the black man and the black woman. Until there is some reconciliation with the black man and the black woman, everything will continue to be off of balance. Black men and black women have been pitted against each other. We don't trust each other. I mean, it's sad. A lot of people have been so hurt, and I'm not saying don't date interracially. I would never in my life. I feel like people should be with whoever makes them happy. But hey, I just, for some reason they don't want black men and black women to unify. And I'm talking about our secret government or whatever, right?
To accept.
Hey, thanks for calling Real Talk with Tamara.
Hi, this is just Leah. I just wanted to call in and say thank you. I appreciate your channel.
Oh, you're welcome.
The encouraging words and the uplift that you bring to all communities nationally.
Thank you. I appreciate that so much, Miss Just Leah. I'm happy to hear your voice.
I know. I said, let me put a voice with the name. But I just wanted to call in and tell you that. But I'm back into the chat, and I do appreciate you. And thank you so much for what you do.
You're welcome, and thank you for being a part of the channel.
You're welcome.
All right, bye-bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Shout out to Just Leah. I was happy to hear her voice. I'm happy more people that normally would not have gotten up on the panel feel comfortable with calling in. Hey, that's awesome, you guys. The lines are open. I appreciate the encouraging words and stuff. Trust me, I do. But the lines are open. 662-471-8841. 662-471-8841. Okay. Call in. Okay. Call in if you would like to, and I would like for a lot of the men to start calling in. Why aren't more fathers stepping up? I want to hear what the men got to say. Hey, your opinion and stuff is very much needed. hey, even if whatever it is, as long as we are not being disrespectful, right? Whatever it is, as long as we're not being disrespectful. Because I realize that for some reason there are a lot of men that just hate women in general. Like they kind of whatever issues that they've had in the past, they kind of project that towards all women, right? Well, women ain't this and women ain't that. No, you're not gonna get on here and perpetuate that, okay? Because more women are, more women are raising kids by themselves, but you have to think about when a lot of these fathers get to talk about, well, I can't stand for a man to say, well, my son like that because my baby mama ain't no good. How come you don't have your son then if you could do better? When was the last time? I ain't talked to my son in 6 months because of my baby mama. See, that's a poor excuse for a man. I just don't. I just don't. I can't go 6 months without talking to my children. I can't even go 6 days without talking to my daughters. Okay. Because I got to make sure that they're okay. Even though they are adults now, I have to make sure that they are okay. I do as a mother because I got so much love for my kids. So I don't give excuses to fathers either. They're supposed to have equivalent love for their children.
Angel the real boss. To accept.
Hey, Angel the real boss.
Hi, Cam. How you doing?
I'm doing really good. How about you?
I'm good. I'm at work. I just want to call and say you're doing a great job. And I'm listening to you. And I just want you to keep up the good work.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that so much.
You're welcome. And you have a good day, a blessed day.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Wow, I'm getting more and more of my people who didn't come up on my panel to call in. They put in a voice to their YouTube name. I appreciate that. Michael says some women hide their, well, you're right. Some women hide their children from the fathers. Sometimes they have a reason to hide them from the fathers. I'm not talking about those that have been in abusive relationships and stuff. Sometimes when they have been in abusive relationships, they take their children and they hide. I mean, I'm not talking about those mothers, but those who are just being dirty because she got mad at the man and all of that. So what has to happen is the man has to go through the system to find her, and because the mother is automatically the custodial parent when that child is born. So then what he'll have to do is put himself on child support. But see, that kills everything right there. A lot of men who could be great fathers to their, I'm not talking about you though, Michael X. They won't put themselves on child support so that they can get visitation rights and spend time with their children and stuff, right? Because I ain't finna put the white man in my business. I guess I'll just never see my kids again. What's so wrong about you paying child support? What's so wrong about that? That's a stigma that from the olden days that people put out. You shouldn't, the child, that's to take care of your child. Some people have this idea of that, when they pay child support, well, I buy my kids shoes, I buy my kids clothes. Okay, I buy my kids shoes, I buy my kids clothes. It takes more than shoes and clothes for a child to survive. Okay, the mother is paying rent for that child. She's buying food for that child every single day. So that little $100 you paying a month could never equate to nothing that she does, because she has to provide for that child every single day. So folks get all up in arms all about paying $100-$200 a month in child support when $100 don't even buy light bread no damn more. Okay, if you paying $100 a week, that ain't even helping with rent. It's nothing. If you mad about paying $100 a week, you too. Okay, guys, stop. I ain't talk about you, Michael X. I'm just saying, if I ever got with a man that was on child support and he was pissing and moaning about paying $100 a week, I already know I ain't get ready to be with him. He's sorry. He too sorry. I gotta pay $100 a week, nigga. You ain't got 100 a week for your child. Well, if I gotta pay 100 a week, I ain't gonna do nothing else for my child. I ain't gonna take them on trips. I ain't gonna do none of that. See, that's why I say, first of all, if he's got that mindset, I don't want him anyways. But it's unfortunate when you go down to juvenile court, especially around the child support division, you have a lot of men that have women down there that help them to perpetuate that. Not because they don't really want them to do anything for their child. They help to instigate a lot of stuff because they're intimidated by the child's mother. Girl, he don't do nothing for that baby child, and she was looking like a fool. He don't do. They happy. They help to instigate that because they intimidated by the damn baby mama. These men better be wise about who they get with.
Call from actually too pretty.
Hey, too pretty, Miss Kitty.
I just want to let you know, thank you for everything. Like, before I got on your page, I was very angry. I said what I want to say. I was disrespectful. I ain't care. But even the mods in the chat, like, now I know how to get my point across without being ignorant. Without, I can say something so nice and it can still burn. And I just appreciate that so much. And I got a family that when I'm feeling something, I can come up here and y'all don't say negative things like you stupid or I just love y'all so much and I love you so much for this page.
Oh wow, we love you too, Miss Kitty. You're a sweet person.
So, like when y'all say hi to me, y'all just don't know how good it makes me. Like somebody acknowledging me.
Oh wow.
I'm not used to it.
Well, Miss Kitty, you're worthy of being acknowledged.
I have to feel like that.
Well, you are. If nobody told you you're worthy,
you're gonna make it to 2 million. I'm telling you, you are great. The chat, the mods, like I feel like when I'm talking to y'all, I'm talking to my family, like really real family.
We are your family.
And I am working on my cussing, but other than that, I don't get hostile no more. What? Okay, I can hang up or I can block. Like I don't have to do this with you. But I didn't know that at first. I felt like everything somebody said, I had to come back. I had to show you who I am. I don't need to show nobody who I am. If you know me, you will know who I am.
Yeah.
And I just want all y'all to love y'all so much. And thank you for this. Thank you for this baby. That's all. I ain't holding up no more.
Okay, Miss Kitty. I appreciate you and I love you, Miss Kitty.
I love you more.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
We love Miss Kitty. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Miss Kitty used to have me so tickled. Y'all know Miss Kitty be speaking her mind. Miss Kitty used to have me so tickled. Miss Kitty used to call me. She used to call myself. I gave her my phone number, right? Miss Kitty was calling me at like at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning. Like 4 or 5. When you open your eyes, she was waking me up out of my sleep. When I wake up, sometimes I can't even see. I was looking at my phone. I was like, dog. And I answered the phone. I said, hello? And Miss Kitty said, it'd be 4 o'clock in the morning. Miss T, are you sleeping? I said, Miss Kitty, I was until you woke me up. Shout out to Miss Kitty. I love me some Miss Kitty. She got a real good heart. Miss Kitty gonna go hard. Look, Miss Kitty called me one day. I said, Miss Kitty, When people say something about me, just don't worry about it. Miss Kitty called me one morning. I'm sorry, I had to do it. I went on their page and said something. I said, Miss Kitty, don't worry about it. She started crying. I hate they did you like that, Miss T. I said, it's okay, Miss Kitty. I love me some Miss Kitty. Miss Kitty gonna go hard. Miss Kitty goes hard. Shout out to Miss Kitty, all the way from Baltimore. I love me some Miss Kitty. I tell you, Miss Kitty was calling me at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Miss T, you sleep. I said, Miss Kitty, I can't even see how to answer my phone. You calling me so early. But shout out to Miss Kitty, y'all. Y'all know we love Miss Kitty and we show her nothing but love on this page. And as I've told her when I've talked to her on the phone, she is worthy. She is worthy of, she is not, she, what happened to her in her past, it does not make her, right? She's more than what happened to her, and it's not her fault. She's giving her testimonies. That's why I say we have to love on each other. We don't ever know what people have gone through and what happened to her in when she was a little girl, it's not her fault. It's other people's fault. It's not her fault, but yet and still that does not make her who she is, because up under all of that she's still got a beautiful heart. And like I told you, a strong person. A lot of people that went through what Miss Kitty went through, they would be, a lot of them don't survive. But Miss Kitty still got a big heart. It turns their heart black. And, when they go through a lot of what Miss Kitty went through as a child, but she still has a big loving heart. So that makes her strong, right? That makes her a strong person. She still didn't, even though she has the emotions and she cried about what happened to her, she'll never understand why adults do what they do. But that's their own sickness, right? But she still did not allow it to pollute her heart. Even as a child, it did not pollute her heart. So salute to Miss Kitty, right? She's really like a role model to a lot of women who have gone through things as children and all of that. I told her at some point we have to stop wondering why, and it's not her fault, right? When adults do things, it's their own sickness, it's their fault. But she didn't allow it to make her heart black, right? She didn't allow it. So shout out to Miss Kitty. We love us a Miss Kitty up in here, okay? Anyways, you guys, if you want to call in, is the number is 662-471-8841. 662-471-8841, y'all. Go ahead and call in. And we're talking about Memphis police supposedly looking for the Orange Mound poppers, and why aren't more black fathers stepping up? Y'all know I read a post yesterday, and I was like, wow. I'm gonna put it on my Facebook, on my YouTube page too. We always talk about as women that we're ready to be wives, and there are a lot of good women out there. Okay, they're good. They were taught how to be a wife. They were, I get so tired of. I don't even deal with men that say stuff like this too. When women have children, well, she damaged goods. Oh Lord, thank you, God. I almost said something, but you ain't damaged nothing. You are a human being. Okay. That is a woman. That is a human being, you SOB. Okay. And so women got to stop dealing with men that think like that. Well, she's a damaged good because she already had children. When he automatically start trying to put you down, right? That means he's got issues. He's already got issues, and he needs for you to feel a certain way so that, or get your self-esteem on a certain level, right? So that he can try and control you. Some men got such low self-esteem, they feel like if I don't get her to feeling a certain way about herself, she ain't gonna stay with me. Okay. She's not gonna stay with me if I don't get her to feeling bad about herself. So they immediately come in and start trying to make you feel self-conscious about a lot of stuff. Okay. Those ones you need to, I don't care how he look. You got to stop being with folks for looks anyways, because a lot of these ones that's real handsome, they work out all the time. A lot of them sissies, and they crazy. Okay. What's up, Big True That? And that's another thing. Like I said, fathers are also needed for their daughters too. A lot of these, they got to be good men so that they could teach their daughters about what not to be with. You know, a lot of these girls, when you start talking to them, and or they get married or whatever, and they marry these men who are on the down low. Okay, when like somebody like me, you are, if they got their father, you already know the red flags. He got his mouth all pursed out and stuff. You already keep his lips and stuff greased up. That's what I'm saying. People are not wise anymore. Okay, people are not wise anymore, and that's because they don't have people with wisdom to show them or teach them the red flags, teach them self-worth, to help to build a solid foundation on the inside of them. Okay, he says be the mother and right. And if you are in a single parent home, and let me just say this, there have been, you know, people make excuses about when, you know, when kids go wayward. Well, it was just because he came from a single parent home. Well, maybe there was some bad parenting in that single parent home, because there are mothers, there have been women raising men of valor. They was doing it by themselves, and their sons and stuff turn out to be successful. Their sons and stuff turn out, they got humility. It's a lot of great things about their sons and stuff. Even if they didn't go to college, you could still tell that they was raised up in a good home because of the type of people that they are. They're not cold-hearted. They have respect for people. I mean, they're just good people, and they came from a single parent household. Okay, so it's a lot of women do good jobs with and have been since the beginning of time, being mothers and raising sons and daughters out of single parent households. Okay, so we cannot negate that. So we got to stop using that as a crutch. And although these kids need their fathers, but they need good fathers in the household. That's why I say parents are, these women are gonna have to start being very meticulous about who they have these damn children with. Nothing says Mike fathers ain't gone nowhere. They just don't get the press clippings.
Bye.
To accept. Thanks for calling Real Talk with Tamara, Jermaine.
No, Tamara, I was trying to, you know how you just asked that question when you was like, where the father's at?
Yeah.
I was trying to say, like, the single mom, basically the single mom's got to be the fathers, because, like, you know how, like, in the hood, like, when the father gets shot, or, like, say, like, the father get locked up.
Yeah.
I always hear black women like, damn, where the father's at? But it's like, we know the problem. We know the system been taking the fathers out of the household since the 80s. So
well, that's like, true. I agree.
The mom's got to be the father. It's like the Tupac movie. His mama was basically his father and his mama at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's hard though, but it's like, if we, because you seen that movie, like The Woman King. If we can't have that type of shit no more going on, I feel like I don't really think it's going to be a community, because we know the issue. We know why the fathers got removed. We just got to either get the fathers back into the household, or the mom got to step up and be the father.
How do we get the fathers back into the household?
I mean, you know how a lot of black women be like having negative energy towards like the dad, either because like he either cheated or like some shit happened, or like say he had a child with another girl. A lot of women to like hold that against the man and like, oh, I don't chill around my baby no more, or you finna get put on child support. But it's like, of course, if you put somebody on child support, he gonna do less of the job. You know what I mean? Because it's like, say I'm on child support, right? I'm not finna be on child support and doing extra for my kid. You know what I mean?
But
black men
that's
look at it like, if you on child support, you ain't gonna go out your way to do extra for the child.
But that's your child though. So is it your child's fault that the mother put you on child support? Because see, I look at it this way, as being a mother, I always went far and beyond for my children, regardless to what they what their fathers did or didn't do, because that's my child. Those were my children.
What I'm saying, if you put a man on child support, he don't have extra to do for the child. So what I'm
Mm-hmm.
basically saying is that I feel like it shouldn't have to be a child support situation because I feel like if you got two parents, you don't need a child support type of, see what I'm saying, situation.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
that child support is two parents.
So are you saying, are you also saying, when you said the mothers get mad at the fathers, when he go get other children and put them out, are you saying that there's
Yeah, when you get another baby mama,
mm-hmm. You're saying there's a lot of
I know.
emotional, are you saying that some women, uh, do you think that's a bad decision to put a man out, or not, or divorce a man because he goes and start another family?
I mean, it depends. If he starts another family, but he's still like taking care of like the household and he's still there for like your needs and the child needs, I don't think that's a reason to, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna say get mad, but I'm gonna say I don't think that's a reason to get a divorce. Like, just because a man had another baby with somebody. But I
Mm.
understand like the frustration. But I feel like if you divide your family because what another man did is like kind of fucking up it for the child. You know what I mean? I
Mm-hmm.
feel like people got to start putting the ego aside. Like if he got another girl pregnant, but he's still taking care of the baby, and taking care of the bills, and taking care of you, I don't really get what's the. I ain't gonna say what's the issue, but I'm saying like you know what I mean. Like if he ain't
It's
if
the
he
it's
ain't taking
the
care of his kid, though, that's a different situation, though.
it's the betrayal. I mean, if with me being a woman, because I had it happen to me, but I wasn't married to
But
him. but
God said most
but
of the
I
time,
had it happen to me,
you
and
read the
he
Bible, God
and
said.
and he had to go.
But
But it
I
should
don't
not.
know. I
But
feel
it
like
should
that's just
not.
a black situation because A Route man be having like 10 lives, but they ain't never said A Route woman mad at A Route
Yeah, but
man
see,
for
that's a
having
yeah, that's a
20
that's a
wives.
different culture. They're taught to, right. They're taught to get a man just to take care of them. They don't even love those men. It's just simply, a lot of them feel this way. It's, you get married to reproduce and to have somebody to take care of you. A lot of those women are not even allowed to work in those countries, so they have to have a man to take care of them. It's different over here. I'm not gonna have a man that's got 10 wives. Okay, I don't want him.
But I'm saying, what if he taking care of you? What if he love you? What if he love the kids? What if
He
he's
he
still a
he
good
he couldn't
father?
he couldn't
Just
love
because
me,
you know
and
what
he
I mean? That
wanted.
don't make you a bad father because you got a lot of wives. Like,
Yeah, but he couldn't want me and married to 10 women. Ain't no 10 women gonna live up in no house that I live up in.
no, it don't even gotta be that type of situation. I'm just saying, like, you know how it's going. Like, I'm just saying, I feel like a lot of times black women be the one, like because I know like you gonna be like, damn, why a lot of black men you talking about black women tripping? But I feel like a lot of times black women be the ones dividing the family because a lot of times it be like
Black women don't be the ones
man
dividing the
want to stay,
family.
but he's forced to. What you say?
That's a stereotype. Black women don't be the ones dividing the family, because if they're in single, kids are in single parent homes, then it's the black women that are providing and making sure that there's food on the table.
But that's what the government be saying. Oh, if you want health care for the baby, if you want food stamps, you got to put such and such on child support, and that's causing, you know what I mean, like a divide and conquer type situation because it's like, oh, she got to choose between the system or me, and it's like,
Well, how about
I
if
don't know.
he?
I just feel
How
like that's a
about
lot
when
of
they
divide
break
and
up?
conquer.
If he automatically have the kids, if he works, he automatically go and put the kids on his insurance as he is supposed to do. She wouldn't have to go get insurance from the government, right?
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
I was basically just saying we got to start realizing when you have a kid, it ain't about the mom or it ain't about the dad no more. It's about the baby. So it's like I feel like people got to stop separating over like mistakes that even like if your baby mama make a mistake or your baby daddy make a mistake. I don't feel like people gotta divide the family over a mistake somebody made. Like say somebody
Mm-hmm.
cheated or somebody just did some shit like that they ain't have no business doing. at the
Mm-hmm.
end of the day, y'all still got kids together or a kid together. So
Right, they're
I
supposed
feel
to
like people
still be
just
able
got
to
to start thinking about
coexist.
it.
I mean, I agree with you saying they're supposed to be able to coexist.
I don't believe in that co-parenting stuff because a lot of times people be like, "Oh, I'm not a single mom. I'm just co-parenting."
But
What
you
the hell is
can't have,
co-parenting?
but listen, you can't have it both ways now. Cause see, it sounds like to me you feel like you supposed to be able to have your cake and eat it too. No woman, if you know the way that her heart and her mind is set up, that she cannot accept you having two, three different women, you're gonna already know that because women are listen. I always say this: women are protective of their cubs and their environment, and they are women are very
But it's different
women are
with men.
territorial by nature. I know that because I'm a woman. So if you already you're gonna
But
know.
it's different if a man have like two girls, or three girls, and a woman having like, see what I'm saying, like two people she fucking with, because it's like it's a different type of scenario.
Mm-hmm.
And when you a man, you meant to populate the earth like God said, be fruitful and multiply, right? So we meant to basically multiply. Like
Well,
we ain't multiplying no more.
multiply the earth with your wife, your one wife. Back in the olden days, women were having 20 kids if you can take care of them. See, I think that's it. Men want to populate the damn earth, but they ain't got no money to take care of the kids.
That's what I was basically saying. I was basically saying if he got like another side piece or another wife or what do you call it, mistress, I was saying don't get a divorce if he's still taking care of the bills and taking care of you and taking care of what he's supposed to be taking care of. But if he just fucking with other girls and he ain't taking care of what he's supposed to be taking care of in the house, I was saying don't get a divorce if he's still taking care of everything. Because a lot of women just be saying shit like, oh, he did this, he did that. But okay, is he a good father? Is he being a good man to you still? Like if he still doing what he's supposed to be doing,
Mm-hmm.
just give the nigga a second chance. What I'm saying. I see a lot of households breaking up over dumb shit. They'll be like, oh, he had sex with another girl, he did this, but it's like, okay, you gotta realize he's a man. That's what man gonna do. Like Adam and Eve made mistakes, so you can't really look at people like, oh, this nigga the devil because he did this or did that. You gotta just look at life sometimes like, okay, he's still a good nigga. I know he still loves me. He fucked up, but I still get a nigga another chance. That's how I look at it. Like you never really like read about a man who
Let
had
me ask you something.
mistakes.
Are you
Like
black? Are you black?
yeah, but I'm just saying like everybody ain't Jesus. Niggas gonna make mistakes. So if a nigga make a mistake, you gotta just
Okay,
use
I
your
was just
intuition. Like
asking
okay, I'm gonna give this nigga another chance.
because you seem to
And
be
I know how black women think. Like
stuck in that Arab culture. That's why I asked you that.
no, cause y'all be on that gorilla type term, and y'all be like, oh, what's that one song called? That fuck nigga
F
song.
nigga
Like
free.
nigga,
That's right. F nigga free.
why y'all gotta be calling us that? Like
But anyway, I got another
it's a
call
lot of us
coming
like we
in.
just gotta respect each other.
We do. We have to respect each other. But I got another caller coming in. I appreciate you
All right.
calling in though. Call back. Shout out to whoever that was on the other line. Call back. Shout out to the caller though. These kind of funny to me. But I guess what he was saying was, and I've heard people say that, and you hear some women say that I don't care about him cheating as long as I don't care about him cheating as long as he's taking care of home. Okay. I have issues with that. I'm not sharing no man. Period. That's out of the question. I'm definitely not knowingly going to share one. And that's that. I mean, hey, you have people cuz I had a cousin that did that. She ended up going I think they were called like Israelites or something like that. And they all got a house. She moved to Atlanta. They all got a house on the same streets. They was having plenty of babies and stuff. So he would spend different nights with them, but they were all on food stamps and welfare and stuff. So I'm trying to figure out, I think he was just getting ass because he wasn't no damn provider. Because I thought that, when they do stuff like that, it is because the man, he provides for the women. But what they was doing was they was on welfare and food stamps and all of that. So I mean, evidently he wasn't providing. He was just getting babies and getting ass. That's all he was doing with his, and stayed in and out of jail. So I don't know how he could have been any type of provider. But anyways, child. I guess what they was called was sisters' wives or something like that. I ain't being no damn sister's wife. And if I find out that he got a woman, especially if he's another woman, if he's supposed to be my husband, y'all don't get me started. I just I don't want to think, because see, I take betrayal seriously, and I'm serious. I'm not forgiving. I don't forgive. Okay, especially that's because I give a lot. Okay, I'm talking about emotionally, love, and all of that. And you supposed to be my husband, and you think you're gonna go get you another family, and you gonna sleep good at night? No, it ain't gonna work out like that. To accept, press. Hey, thanks for calling Real Talk with Tamara.
Hey, good morning, Tamara.
Good morning.
Okay, I'm calling again. Chime in on your topic.
Okay, go ahead.
That dude you were just talking to, Tamara. I mean, you did right by asking him. You should have asked him, was he a Black American? He was Black, but I don't think he was no American. Because I was listening to what he was saying.
Well, he had an accent too, so it sounded like he kind of had like a Hispanic accent. I don't know though, but he could
just the stuff he was saying. That's all.
Yeah, he or he could have been half Arab or something like that. But I could tell that he into that having multiple wives. But that could be a headache. You know what I mean? Because women, even if they say that they can accept that, it's gonna be some trouble if they feel like you're giving one too much attention. If they end up, especially if he ain't no provider, that means that they in it because they might love him. So it's emotionally that's gonna be a problem.
Okay, well, women have to realize this time. I mean, as men we're gonna do only what y'all women allow us to do.
That's true.
I mean, that's just being for real. I mean, because men are greedy, and nowadays women are also.
Yeah, because you got more. What's up, Blackwood News? Shout out to Blackwood News, the voice of the city. Yeah, because you got more women that cheat now too. They cheat quite a bit too.
Yeah, they cheat the most, and I mean, nowadays, they actually glorified. I mean, did they call them what? Sneaky links and well, it was a side piece 3-4 years ago, and now it's sneaky links and.
That's because a lot of women are hurt. I think it's because a lot of women are hurt. Instead of leaving a relationship that no longer serves your purpose, what they start doing is, because they don't want to leave, they start finding reasons to stay in unhealthy situations. Oh, well, I'm gonna go get me a side piece then, as if that kind of, okay, he doing it, I'm doing it too, so we can stay together, instead of just going on with your life and getting you somebody that's gonna treat you right. Because I'm gonna tell you something. One thing I do know, I've lived long enough to know that a man gonna treat a woman right that he really wants to be with. And if he does something, she definitely will not. It's not gonna be nowhere near home, and she will never know about it.
Exactly. He gonna show her the utmost respect. She'll never know. Well, he'll think she'll never know, but y'all women,
we find out stuff, because now what happens is the reasons, if he has a habit of being with the same woman, creeping with the same woman too long, she's going to emotionally, although she might say, I accept it, I know he's married, she's going to start sending little clues to his wife. Men don't pay attention to stuff like that. Women will drop an eyebrow pencil in your car and hide it. Your wife is going to find it, and she's going to know, this is not my eyebrow pencil. Men don't pay attention to stuff like that, but women start doing stuff, the side piece, to let the wife know I'm somewhere around. And the wife is gonna start sniffing for it and she's gonna find it.
So true, so true. Well, let me say this about this crime issue, Thelma.
Okay.
And as far as the young black adults, the men, the boys and the girls, or the young adults and the young females. You know
Okay.
how you know how you see black people, they'll tell their kids when you get 18, you got to get out of my house if you don't have a job.
Right.
Now, I just want to ask your opinion. Do you think sometimes that I know they probably mean the best for their kids when they say that, okay, if you're not working or if you're not in school, you got to get out of my house, but not realizing if you throw that child out in the street, I mean, what do you think they're gonna do?
Yeah, see, back in the day, it was different. When you threw them out in the street, people was more respectful. Okay, if you throw a child out, nobody was going to. They would send you back home to your folks. No, you can't stay here in my house. Your mama put you out. Go back and make that right with your folks. You definitely ain't gonna stay here and you ain't gonna work. Or they would take offense to it. You leaving home because you don't want to go to school. Now you got to go to school. If you come here, you're gonna go to school. So people was more respectful. You see what I mean? But now when you kick them out, you might kick your 18-year-old son out, and you got a 60-year-old woman who want to take him in because she want to screw him. You ain't got to go to school or work, baby. All you got to do is screw me. People are sick now. And she'll take care of it.
No, go ahead, Tamara.
Yeah, and she'll take care of him.
That's true. I feel like this though, because if I had a child and I wouldn't throw my child out in the street. I mean, whether he's working or not, because I'm gonna tell you something. When you throw your child out in the street, you throwing him out there to the wolves. You throwing him out there. You throwing him out there to the gangs. You throwing him out there to just like what you just said, to have an older woman take advantage of a younger guy. And I mean, it might be starting off okay for the younger guy, but that woman is really using him. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think the generation, the way we live now, it's like nobody wants to grow old. Everybody wants to be young. Everybody wants to be. I guess they feel like when you grow old, you become irrelevant. Everybody wants to stay relevant.
Mm-hmm.
So I think people, and I think black people mostly, we probably the only race of people that will probably throw our young kids out, 17, 16, 18-year-olds out in the street. I don't think most of the whites do that. I don't think most of the Asian people do that.
I don't think that we should throw them out in the street. I don't. I think that's a easy route. If your child's 16, 17 years old, and they're not doing right, I think that's the easy way. I just don't want to deal with it. I'm gonna throw you out. No, as a parent, they never said parenting would be easy. You need to do what is necessary because you still have control over that child. Evidently, there is something going on. If he's or she's having behavioral problems, get to the bottom of it, because you if she's already doing things, messing around with grown men and stuff like that at 16 years old, and I've done all I could do, I'm just gonna throw her out. Well, you throwing her out there for the pimps to get her.
Exactly. So true. Well, I ain't gonna try to phone no camera. I just want to call in and just make that point, because it was really something to think about. I done talked to other people with kids about that, because not realizing, okay, man, you're not going to school, you're not working, you got to get out of my house. But we're probably the only race of people that do that, and not realize that, man, I think you hurt the child more than you helping him. That's just my opinion.
I agree. And like I said, that's the easy way out. So
that's the easy way out.
Mm-hmm.
It was nice talking to you, Tammy. You have a nice, blessed day, and I'll talk to you another time.
Okay, thank you so much for calling in.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye. Shout out to the caller. Thank you, Cordero, for becoming a new member. Thank you for becoming a new member, you guys. All of the people. Shout out to Great Face. He bought 20 new memberships for 20 people. I appreciate that so much, Great Face. That is so awesome. All the people that have given cash apps and super stickers. Miss Kitty, Diane, um, who else? Nothing, Cordero, all of you guys. I appreciate your support so much. Okay. I do. I appreciate you all. But you guys, we're talking about Memphis police supposedly looking for the Orange Mound. Let me talk about this right here as it relates to Orange Mound, because that's definitely a problem. Okay, now there's been a lot of talk as it relates to what happened um in Orange Mound. Okay, they're saying the police chief says that she's looking at charging them federally. Hold on one second.
And stream.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on, you guys. You guys, make sure y'all hitting the like button.
You talked about some of your partnerships when it comes to all this violence that we're dealing with, including the Orange Mound situation. What can you tell the public tonight?
Well, we're taking these incidents, not just in Orange Mound, but any incident where we see this level of gunfire in our community very seriously. Um, that incident put, community members at risk, children at risk, and the brazen display of weaponry on these particular types of scenes is just alarming. It's alarming to everyone. So we've called in our federal partners too, because the Memphis Police Department has uh, made efforts to prosecute, through the state, but when you have Glock switches and you have extended magazines, it's time to pursue federal charges on some of these offenders. And so that's what we're looking at right now. They're also helping us with ballistics and all kinds of other processing quickly. We want to thank the community, because the community knows some of these individuals who are participating in these crimes. And in order for us to be quick and exact in apprehending these individuals, we need input from the community. We also increase the amount of money, the reward, and we will continue to increase it. That's how serious we are about catching these individuals, apprehending them so that they can see justice. We cannot have this level of activity in our community. So those are some of the things that we are doing.
We just heard the councilwoman and mayor give some pretty impassioned words when she was talking. She's angry. She's really upset at parents. She called these are demon children and whatever she said in there. You just had to lay an officer to rest. You just saw the videos of people with AKs in parks, and you do a lot of community work.
Yeah.
What's your emotion? Are you angry?
It's a mix of emotion. I think that we all have, because we want it to stop, and we're utilizing all of our resources. Our officers are putting their lives on the line. Sometimes they're outgunned and outmanned when it comes to just addressing crime. And then we have to operate within the restrictions that we have sometimes, and even the Constitution. We have to ensure that we comply with constitutional rights, but at the same time, protect our officers from being victims of crime themselves. So it's a very, very complex and precarious situation for us, but we're not going to give up, because our community deserves better. They really do. But we need our community to also step up and really tell us and help us get information about these individuals who are committing crimes in the community. Thank you all.
Crime prevention workshop grant that's going on today, and why is it important for the neighborhood?
Crime prevention is key. we don't put a lot of emphasis sometimes on crime prevention. If we can prevent crime and get our community members engaged in the prevention of crime, it makes our job a whole lot easier. But that crime prevention workshop will provide dollars for communities, for Neighborhood Watch, for educational forums, and we encourage individuals in the community leaders to participate in those workshops. Take advantage of those funds. Thank you.
What y'all think about that? Now, she says that they're going to pursue federal charges on those people in Orange Mound on the yeah, they're going to seek federal charges. It's no doubt to me that, because I think they said that they've taken it all the way up in the fund like 25,000. I think that's what I saw. Am I right? Is it like 25,000? Thank you, JT, for the $10 super sticker. You guys, make sure y'all hit the like button for me. Like, share, and subscribe, okay? Like, share, and subscribe. Hold on, y'all.
Dead and 7 others hurt. Thank you for joining us. I'm Joy Redmond.
I'm Joe Birch. The Shelby County Sheriff says he was told no one called police until after those shots were fired. But Action News 5's Tavarius Haywood joins us live now with another side to this story. Tavarius?
Well, hey, y'all, to be frank, someone is lying. At least that's what one resident who lives right across the street from Orange Mound Park tells me. She says that if police would have responded the first time she called, lives could have been saved. The person did not want to show her face on camera, but says it doesn't make any sense to her why law enforcement is saying no one called police until after Saturday's shooting.
Because I started calling really when the tires were switching down the street. You could hear them. I said, okay, it's going to be some mess. I started calling them in. They wasn't picking up.
The same woman told me she even called police during the exact moments shots rang out.
Matter of fact, I called them twice, and they put me on hold, and they called me back. So they're lying. We called during that time.
I spoke with the woman who lives in this home. We counted at least 7 bullet holes in her house from Saturday's shooting. Both women told me no one from MPD has spoken to them about anything.
It would have been avoided if they would have answered and came out here the first time. I called them before the shots even started. They would have put people, because it was like 200-300 people out here. People see police, they kind of, get in touch. If they would have answered that phone and came out here, this would have not happened. Because a lot of people would have started leaving. See, because I had to block my driveway to keep people from parking in my driveway.
This is what Shelby County Sheriff told our Kelly Cook on Wednesday.
Talking with Chief Davis just the other day, no one ever called the police. They didn't receive one call until the shooting occurred.
My house right here, you think I'm set right here and not call the police and all these bullets is coming by? So yes, they were called.
I did reach out to MPD to request the number of calls for service and the times. I have not heard back as of yet. What you're looking at behind me right now is a candlelight vigil and balloon release as we honor the lives of the victims of violence here in Orange Mound and throughout the city. Operation Revive Memphis is hosting the event, which started just a few minutes ago, right off of Sims Street and Southern. So you still have time to come on down and join these folks as we honor the lives of victims here in Memphis. In Orange Mound, Tavares Haywood, Action News 5.
So do y'all believe her? Do y'all believe that she do y'all believe that she called the police? As I was saying before, the other day when I was on, I was like, what's going to have to happen is, I mean, they just had Sheriff Bunner on there. Sheriff Bunner, George Thompson said, Fed's going to come through, no charge, the whole MPD. And the feds need to charge the criminals out there too. I mean, because all the police can do, are they're reactive, right? They're reactive. Police respond after things happen. Now, the lady said she called the police. Okay. Now, maybe she did. Maybe she did call the police. As I said, police have not, it seems to me they have not been responding. They've gotten very laxed. Hey, they're on autopilot because they're not allowed to. Michael X, what about the criminals? Because I hear people say all the time that the police should be charged, but they be the main ones to say, well, I ain't no snitch. I ain't gonna tell on the criminals. I can't want the police in jail more than I want the criminals. The energy is different with the criminals than it is with the police. Everybody want the police, defund the police. I want the police gone so that the criminals can really run amok. Okay? I say get the corrupt officers out of the department and let the damn folks do their job. Send these niggas ass to jail. I mean, they do this crime. That's the only way it's gonna stop. And if it's happening in your neighborhood, what they got to do is make people feel more comfortable. Call Crime Stoppers. I worked over there in Crime Stoppers for years. Call and get your money and give anonymous tips. But when people feel comfortable enough to come forward, they can't sit up and say, well, I need you to testify. Okay, ain't nobody gonna go to court and testify. So now what's gonna happen is they're the subject of retaliatory situations. Don't nobody want to see their neighborhood popped all up, but what they're gonna have to do is make people start feeling more comfortable to come forward, and people are gonna have to stop protecting Junebug and Lil Rufus. Okay? They're gonna have to stop protecting Junebug and Lil Rufus. The police ain't get Govan no bond. The police can't give nobody no bond. And see, that's what I'm talking about. Like when people need to know government. The police don't have the authority to give anybody a bond. Memphis Police Department don't have the authority to do it, and no apartment in America has the authority to give anybody a bond. That goes before the courts. The judges give bonds, not the police and the magistrates. The judges and the magistrates. Miss T, Straight Drop just dropped a new song snippet on his page. Hold on, let me go look at it. Let me go to the page. Thank you to Pretty Miss Kitty for becoming a member. That's true. They want black on black crime to happen, unfortunately. And I guess my thing with that is, Michael X, what they do is they're hiring, what's happening is they're hiring more police officers, I feel like, that are not qualified. They're putting more gang members, and I believe this is all the way, it's uniform all the way in all different states. They're putting more gang members on the force. They're dropping the criteria to become a police officer, and then they are changing the laws so that the criminals can get away with doing what they do. They're kind of handcuffing the officers that really could be good officers. They lead the force. Okay. They said that album gonna get him set up. Y'all, we get ready to. We're gonna go into members in a few minutes in the platinum. Monica just gotta be, bro, speaking straight nonsense. You know what? I get suspicious. We don't have to do another live about this tonight. Why all of a sudden now that it's closer? That dude don't even realize them folks consistently setting him up. He don't even realize that they trying to make sure that he get a conviction. They putting all this music out when it's closer time for his trial to have him to incriminate himself more. He think that they honoring whatever deal or whatever they had. They putting out his music. Why in the hell would they be putting out music having him to incriminate himself more closer time to his trial? He don't even know that they setting him up even more. He said, "Can I get an interview?" Yeah, you can get an interview. Monica J says, Cordero Gardner, I'm telling you, he's slow or something. G Money 69 says, didn't see the production. McNamee says, it's almost like a rat trap. It's almost like rat trap. It's hard to. We're still waiting for Pastor Ace to call in. She said, we're still waiting for Pastor Ace to call in. I tell you. Great Face, get ready to drop some tea in the members. What's up, Hakeem? they call True that 6'8". I mean that's a tall dude. I mean, anytime you 6'8", you closer. He's closer to 7 feet than he is 6 feet. That's tall. He's closer to 7 feet. A 7 feet. I think Shaquille O'Neal might be 7 feet. They said Ace wanted to pay. They said we ready, Great Face. Y'all ready to go to the members? Cordero says, true that you a stand-up guy. You had plenty of chances to on niggas and you spared them. Big True that said his mama and his dad is tall. I think he said his mama is Big True that's still in here. I think he said his mama he said I'm lame. Why you say I'm lame? What happened? I think he said his mama's 6 feet or something, and his daddy over in the 6 feet. He said, Michael, get your membership, bro. Hey, on the Turf podcast. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Y'all hit the like button for me. Let me see how many likes we got. Oh, y'all wrong for that, y'all. Y'all, we only got 100 likes. Y'all hit that like button and run the likes up. We've had almost 200 people in here. All we got is 100 likes. Y'all run the likes up for me. Y'all keep running the likes up. Keep running them up. I thought we was almost at 200 likes. 100 likes? Y'all hit that like button. Somebody drop the membership link in the comments. He says, can we talk about these failing school systems? Asking for when these failing school system asking for more money. What's up, Magname Mace?
What's going on, Miss C, man? You done let out the ace in the building, man.
I know they done talk you up.
Man, they done talk me up, Miss C. I think I'm finna go to pastoral school. Hey, I signed in because before they got off, I just wanted to get up there. They kept asking, I said, I'm gonna get up. Y'all made some great points today. You know what I'm saying? Like with the parenthood, and it's a lot of points, Miss T. It's a lot of points y'all made. You know what I'm saying with the parenthood, or you know how 18. Because I was one of them 18-year-olds when I turned grown. It was time to go. You know what I'm saying? They thought I graduated. It's time to get out. You know, time to go and go. You know, I was grown, getting out the house. So, and also, Miss T, I had a lot of friends, you know what I'm saying, coming up. I had a lot of homeboys coming up that they had, because I heard you say a lot of men got a hateful towards women, but I noticed a lot of young boys grow up, got that type of hate towards women because they mama wasn't in the house. They mama was doing hormonal stuff. I'm just keeping it real.
That you're right. That's true.
And because I done heard the man take their ass whooping this morning, but I have, you know, witnessed most men, and this here, it do rub me wrong. Like, dang, you know, I'm glad my mom was there for me, so I wouldn't have that type of mentality. Because most mothers left the kids or went on about their life or did what they did, and daddy was there to raise them, you know, and that'll have a lot of anger towards the mother. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my mama left me for another man. You know what I'm saying? So it's vice versa. I done seen it, you know, my damn 30 years of living. I done seen, you know, it'll backfire like this. The mama gone. The kid don't matter who it is. If the mama or the daddy ain't there, that kid gonna have some type of feelings towards. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's what I wanted to say on that, because you know, I met a lot of guys, man, and they had that type of pimp mentality or hate mentality towards women. And of course, if they don't like women, you know, they on the rainbow, they're at the end of the rainbow. But that I ain't gonna go there with it. But I have seen most men that kind of had hate for women. It's because of something they mama did and left their daddy, and you know. So it can go both ways, Missy.
I agree.
that's what I wanted to say on that. I do see like the city, they having a citywide prayer Sunday at Handy Park.
You know what? I was thinking about that. I was like, dog, I thought about, you know what? I should get my cameras and go and put it on, put it on here, put it on my TV show. But I'm scared. I'm scared they gonna get they gonna get the popping.
No, you ain't got to worry about that. MTD will be everywhere.
Well, I think I might go down there and record.
Yeah, you good, girl. You good. You gonna see all your MTV friends and friends. Look, you ain't got to worry about nothing. Let them do anything. Let them do anything. If they setting their own stuff up. Nah, this gonna be something positive. When I seen that Miss T, I just wanted to, I put it in your tag. I seen certain people seeing it, but that's something positive. That's what I like to see the city doing. No, even if it's a prayer, but at the same time, that's what I like to see. Seeing the city doing positive things with the community and stuff like that. And you had made a good point. Some stuff just got to get cleaned up for the next generation to know right from wrong. And hey, man, see, that's what it taught me. Watching, learning from a lot of different other people. You know what I'm saying? Seeing they mess up. Sometimes somebody mess up can be your come up because you learn from what they did. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I always took heed in that because life is important, man. You know what I'm saying? And you said something else. I want to reach another point. You said these men making all these kids can't take care of. See, I waited down until I was 26, 27 years old before I popped one out because I was going through my trials and tribulations. You know what I'm saying? Living in Memphis, I was going through my trials and tribulations, and I just had to stay focused on me before I could bring another life into this world. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I ain't want to bring a life into this world, and I wasn't even ready. I can't even go by my own self. I ain't saying I ever been in that situation, but I'm saying I can't provide. I don't have shelter. You know what I'm saying? You're not ready for a child to bring a child in because, like, I remember just like this, Miss C, like, my son was born just to have a car seat for him to come out that hospital, Miss C.
Right.
That's the basic. That's the number. That's the beginning basic of your child's life. Just to have a car seat coming out that hospital, and them nurses and all that looking at that, they hoping the baby got a nurse. And I just was blessed that I didn't just rush and have so many kids. So when I do have a kid, I'm gonna give that kid a fair chance in life. You know what I'm saying? Which is my son today. I wanted to give him a fair chance. He ain't sleeping all on top of kids. You know how they do.
Yeah, when I was working for and you're right about the car seat stuff. A lot of people couldn't even afford that. So when I was working over in traffic over at the West Precinct, a lot of people, they started giving out free car seats. I don't know if you can remember that, but they was giving out free car seats from the West Precinct, because we used to give them out when people would come through. My child don't have a car seat, so they was giving out brand new car seats, nice car seats.
And that's a blessing, Miss C. You know what I'm saying? Because I seen that everybody don't get that chance. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, they ain't got a car seat. Like, you know what I'm saying? I seen the hospital tell the people they can't even take their baby out the hospital because they ain't even have a car seat. They ain't even have a car to put the baby in.
Mm-hmm.
And right something, see, I didn't look at the people like I'm better than. I looked at the people like, damn, man, I'm glad I got my shit together. And I want to keep it like that. Because it's just small things you notice, Miss T, that'll make you straighten up. You know what I'm saying? And man, these kids deserve a fair chance in life. So being born out the womb into a household that might be a crack house, or your mama getting beat on. And you know what, Miss T, since I've been grown, I had to deal with forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? What I've been through. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn what I've been through. It kind of reflects what you're going through now. At the same time, I don't want to blame what I went through, constantly blame. So I had to get out that stage of pointing the finger at, you know what I'm saying, dad and this and that and this. No, even can't blame your parents. You have to learn right from wrong, and when you learn right from wrong, you'll forgive your parents, you'll forgive mama and daddy for what you've been through, and you just got to move on. A lot of people be holding grudges because they about down there dead and gone.
Yeah, that's what I'm working on, cause I be holding when I get mad at somebody, I don't forgive them. It's never, I don't pretend to forgive them, but that's because I'm so loyal and I give so much love. You know what I mean? I'm very protective, and I'm very loving and territorial with people that I like, my friends and stuff like that. So I just feel like that betrayal should be out of that should never come anywhere near the category or the realm of my friendships and my love that I have for my family and my friends and stuff, right? So normally when that happens, I just don't forgive them. You don't give it one time to really hurt me. You don't. My grandmother taught me that just let one hurt do. So when they hurt you one time, you don't ever give them the opportunity to hurt you again. So that's just kind of what I live by.
I ain't gonna lie, Miss T. Like I already know that you the type of person, you cross that line one time with Miss T, your ass gotta stay there. That's what we say coming in the South. You cross that line, you better stay there. So I mean, I can understand that. You know what I'm saying? I can understand, like, because even with myself, like, you got like one time. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on who you are. I ain't gonna say you got one time if you my child, but you got one time if you get water and we out in the community and you step on my toe, push on my shoulders. I might not forgive you for that. I'll forgive you and move on, like, because I seen it. See, love and kindness. It do carry you a long way.
Yes, it do.
It carries you a long way, like, from so many situations. Like, I done seen people try to bully people, and that person, it go back to the Messiah here. They bully, they try to bully you, throw rocks at you, but you still got that love for them, like. And sometimes that demon will see that love and be like, man, y'all, the other demon will tell the other demon, y'all stand back, stand down, man, leave that man up. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what we gotta go through in life, like, especially as young men, boys, Missy, we got a lot of fights coming up, you know what I'm saying? Especially being a 90 baby, 80 baby on back. We got a lot of fights. And that's just because Missy, like, I had to deal with, I come from good mom, you know what I'm saying? She working since I've been out the womb, on that first line, working in the hospitals. So I might go to school first of the year to the end of the year with some fresh clothes and shoes on. But I got little Joseph and they don't want to fight me because of where I come from, where they come from. They don't have what I have. And a lot of that made me humble too. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, they might not got what I got, but I don't need to treat them bad and act like I'm better than. I can go, Missy, I can go, a bird or a feather flock together, I believe it. But if I can go sit with the guys and with the little boys with the dirty shoes on, and I'll play with them and have just as much fun than the one with the clean shoes on, Missy, because the one with the clean shoes on don't even want to get dirty. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, that, man, I love life and I value life, man. These some good topics you hit this morning, and it touched me. It touched all of us. You know what I'm saying? That's why, even me going through what I went through in Memphis City streets, man, that's what made me want to break out and get my voice on a lot that goes on in the city. And even like when you did your thing on YouTube with Dolph 2 years ago, and you started just blogging on there and stuff, a lot of people reached out because we live through that. A lot of us live through that. So it touched me. That's the only reason I exist on this platform. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, damn, she touched me. She talking about an area I'm familiar with, or it might be and that'll draw you in. But I'm glad because Sunday, that's like a beginning of what the city can go and gravitate and move on from. When they had that big wide city prayer down there in Handy Park, man, I think I feel like that could be a beginning. You know what I'm saying? And it takes a lot more action too. We can't always try to pray our way out of things. We got to take action with it too. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it's all it is. And I reached out to the I heard the other guy was talking about, you know, multiple women. I'm gonna put my input on that. And these days of time and peace, I can't keep up with them. I can't deal with too many women. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can't. You know what I'm saying? Because you just can't do that. You know,
it's a headache.
You got a woman. Yeah, you got a woman at home. You got somebody on the outside. You gonna damn near start some stuff with your woman at home. You gonna. Hey, she trying to come show you love. You body slam her, man. Come on now. So what I'm saying is, no, man, a good man, a good woman don't need too many. Nothing. All we need is each other. And you know what? You see, I'm at the altar, so I'm gonna give my testimony.
Okay.
Since I've been in this house with my little boy, 2 years going on 3 years straight, man, he needs me in the house with him. And see, my little boy almost swallowed and choked and died on something. He was turning purple. You know how yellow he is, turning purple.
Yeah.
But get what, Miss T? The mama was panicking. But get what? The daddy, I got my goddamn thumb. I put it in his stomach, did a Heimlich maneuver, and poof, it came out.
Ain't God good?
Man, God is good, Miss T, because I was just thinking, if I wasn't in that house, that woman was gonna freak out. My little boy probably would have been up there in the stars in the clouds, man. And I gave that testimony because that really happened to me. I didn't freak out. I always listen in school, and they said somebody choking on something, you get that goddamn thumb and you plug that stomach, go get behind them and plug it up.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I did, and I saved my son's life. And I told his mama, like, man, if I wasn't in that house, you would have freaked out. You know what I'm saying? And that's what made me realize, forget the presents thing, buying them shoes and all that all the time. Yeah, we gonna do that. That's normal. You have to have your presence in that house or around your children or around your kids, because you might have to be there and protect them. And it might not even be nothing serious, but it's serious. And you have to be there to protect them, because, man, see, y'all women will freeze up. From what I see, y'all will freeze up if some of y'all will freeze up.
Yes, you know, indeed. Because I'm going to tell you what happened to me. When my daughter was about 7, when my oldest daughter was about 7, 8 years old, she was always, she was a good child, but she was more like me. She liked to do things and talk back. And so she had something to say. So I would always spank her little butt. So she did something. And I told her, oh, that's all right. I'm getting you. So what she did was she ran and she hid up under the bed, up under my mother's bed, right? And my mama always had like shoe boxes and stuff all up under her bed. She kept her shoes in the shoe boxes. So she hid closer to the window on the other side of the shoe boxes, right? 7 years old. So I remember I was like, hey, I waited. I was like, no, let me get up and go get her. I started looking for her. I couldn't find her. I started calling her name. My other little girl was about 4. She didn't know. I said, where your sister? I don't know. Me not know. So I started panicking. My grandmother was there. She said, I thought I saw her run in your mama room. So I'm looking all up on the bed. All I see is the shoe boxes, right? I started panicking and screaming. I ran outside and the neighbors heard me, you know, just crazy. The neighbors I'm screaming and crying, I can't find my child. So the neighbors started coming from, like, all of the neighbors on the street started coming up in our driveway. They was like, well, I think somebody kidnapped her. They said, did somebody come to your house? No, I think somebody came through the window. So I can't find out. I was screaming and hollering and slobbing. They go all in the outhouse. They going through everything in the outhouse. I said, oh, I can't live. I ain't gonna be able to live. I remember saying all that. So one of the neighbors, he was like a shade tree mechanic on the street. He walked up the driveway. He said, baby, you're gonna have to calm down. Calm down. So the police pulled up and he almost got cussed out. And so he was like, you don't know where your child is? I said, no, that's why I called y'all. Somebody done stole my baby. So the neighbor was like, calm down. He walked in the house. He said, more than likely, she's still in this house somewhere. First thing he said was, let's start looking up under the beds. I said, I already looked. She ain't up under there. Sure enough, I mean, he's a good guy. He got on his knees, started looking up under the beds, and he started moving. All he did was move one box back. She had them went up under my mama's bed and fell asleep. Okay, she was asleep as a doorknob. So the police was out there. I was like, we found it by this time. All the neighbors in the neighborhood just crowded our driveway because I done freaked out, almost passed out, everything. But he came in there. He was just so calm. He was like, "Baby, you gotta calm down." He was like, "See, she right here up on the bed." Police officer was like, "Baby, just don't hide from your mama no more."
Right.
And she was, when they woke her up, she was so frantic. She didn't know what was going on. She saw the police. She saw everybody. She immediately started screaming. Ah! She didn't know what was going on because I was frantic. My sister came all home from work. She got the car. She's screaming and crying. I said, I don't know, somebody stole her. But you're right, though. You know, a lot of times with women, we start screaming and hollering and we start panicking. But she was just right up on the bed. The officer just shook his head and said, "Baby, just don't hide from your mama no more." My daughter still laugh about that to this day. She said, "Mama, I heard you say you was gonna whoop me, and I ran and hid up under the bed behind the boxes, and I heard you fussing so long, I fell asleep."
But and guess what, Missy? You had that man around you in the house or area to calm you down, and that's what women need. They need their man to pat them on their back and be like, "Calm down, baby. You gonna freak me out. You gonna make me scared." You know what I'm saying? And that's just a man and a woman. That's, you know, y'all magnets, we electrifying. That's just our energy. So, you know, and when you see a woman cry, you gonna all this shit matter. You gotta pat them on the back, dig up for them, and me see, I was a little boy, goddamn shit. I make my mama let me kiss a nigga, hug a nigga, yeah. Hey, Miss T, you know I'm an old head. Hey, Miss T, I was on that first charge. Don't take care of mama. For real talk, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, mama. For real talk, but man, and I love it. I love good people though. You know what I'm saying? Because good people that helped all of us in life. I don't give a damn if you're going to get. I don't give a damn if you're trying to miss. See, I know you're a woman. Something go wrong with that car. Guess what? You're going to see the man in the shop. You're going to see the man. And I'm just saying, like, just to have good people. That's what I look at as angels, Missy. I look at people as angels and demons. The angels is the ones out here putting good deeds in for you. Your funk ad when you go in there, goddamn, when you going into the ambulance, you see somebody on your side. You know, them the angels, them nurses, just everybody that's doing good deeds in life. Them the real angels on earth, man. You know what I'm saying? And the demons here, we talk about them every day. The demons, the demons, they demons. So, and I when I looked at that years ago, I'm like, man, I look at nurses like, damn, them angels, you know what I'm saying? And Miss T, they gonna keep a fine one. I'm talking about beautiful woman in ICU. You know I ain't lying. Hey, Miss T, that when Mac 98 taking that lab, bro, it might be a camera right there. Oh my God, I'm alive. So man, it's all about leaving a legacy behind. And that's what I always aim for. I always was a family guy, so I knew how to make people laugh because we had so many of them. We had so many cousins. We had so many people. So I always was like a family guy, and I know one thing about your legacy is your sense of humor. You know what I'm saying? When you're gone, people gonna be wondering where that person at, what's wrong, what's going on. You know what I'm saying? That's really the legacy you want to live in life. You don't want to have a bad reputation out here taking stuff from people. And I was taught that as a young age. You don't want to get caught taking down, constantly being a thief, a liar, and all the other weird stuff. People don't want to deal with it. So that's just where it's at, man. I want for our generation got to come to us. That's the thing. I was taught one thing, my teacher used to tell us in class, don't be so afraid to ask a question. And I think that's what got to be instilled to these young. But yeah, I think that's what got to be instilled to our young people. Like, don't be afraid to come to us about stuff. Don't be afraid to come ask us anything. And no matter if it's an older person or, go learn something. And going back outside, doing things, Even myself, I be having put my little boy Nintendo Switch up. He 2 years old, working that thing like it's a poker game or something. I'm like, nah, you gotta put that down. Go build some damn blocks or something. Let's go build some blocks. I'm not gonna buy him no Legos. He's hollering now. He's 2 years old, so I can't be, I gotta monitor it at all times, no matter if it's, when I go buy him toys. Sometimes I look at the box just to see, okay, let's say 3, 4 plus, okay, he can get that. But you just always gotta be alert, man, and that's just what it is. Cause I learned, man, you can be in a household with people. That ain't worth a damn if you ain't teaching that baby.
Right.
Damn, that's another thing we can talk about. Like we can talk about the outside. Now I know I done met some that's inside the household, and then you just shaking your head like, damn, you just really in the way. You in the kids' way. You know what I'm saying? So I just seen that too, though. You could be in, and I say that for all of us, though. You could be in the household, but you ain't doing your part, doing what you supposed to do, teaching that baby something. Man, hell, that's worse than being outside.
That I'm telling you, you could do more. You could do more damage being jacked up and being in the house with them. Let them see you disrespect their mother, beating all on their mother, beating up on them, putting fear in them. That affects them for life.
Okay, I'm gonna wrap my sermon though. I'm gonna pass the mic, but look, Missy, that shit important. I'm getting out the shower and little Nico running in that hall. Oh hell no! Let me get myself together. Come out in the top. Man, he ain't finna see me naked like that. I ain't finna be messing with his mom. And like I got respect for him at 2 years old.
That's right.
Yeah, what, Missy? I was 2 years old before. I was 3 years old. I was a little boy before. Hell, I don't want to see no man thing swinging and mama up there hollering.
That's right.
So I'm just keeping it real.
That's right. I have issues with mothers allowing their sons. They be walking around the house with no clothes on, allowing their sons and stuff to see them naked. And then that's my son. That's my MFing son. No, you don't do that.
Man, that's right, Missy, because I met this girl, pretty girl. And she was at the end of the rainbow. And I asked her, like, what made you be like this? She said, my daddy's wife used to walk around with her titties out and let me come in the bathroom with her while she's taking a bath, and I just thought it was attractive.
Oh,
so
God.
Then right there with me, it go back to even with me when I was a child. I said, no. When I have my kids, I'm not, and I knew that anyway. But I'm like, I ain't you come around my child, he all coming out the shower, booty hole naked. Hell no. You in the bathroom with the door open because he like to be at the stairs. Hell no. No. So it's some stuff we just can't broadcast, man. You know, it's some stuff we just can't broadcast, man. I love you. You know what I'm saying, Miss T? I import some diapers in. Ain't meant to be boxes and bags, whatever. Ain't missing a beat. But that mama gonna fetch them diapers more than that. Because I don't want to see a little big every damn time. No, that's what mama for. I do it if his mama ain't around. I do pick up my shit in. But we both right now. You fetching them diapers because I'm importing. You gonna export it. And but she ain't out there picking up my dog shit either, though. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So it's all a balance. It's a balance even in your relationship. If my woman cooks for me, now I'm tired, she might have to do them dishes too. But if I been around, I ain't went to work and I'm chilling and she done cook, oh yeah, I'm gonna do them dishes.
Right.
Do them dishes. So everything's just a balance with each other, and
everything is a balance. I think people now they go. I think people. I was just taught. People go, well, it's a give and take. That's not what I was taught. I was taught it was a give. It's a give and give, because when you start talking about taking, that can be looked at as something else. I think people take too much. You give and give. Okay, this person gives and this person gives. Hey, you're supposed to just reciprocate. What your the love and whatever in your relationship. It's not taking anything. It's give and give. I don't believe in 50-50. It's 100. I want 100 or I don't want nothing.
that's real talk, Miss T, because get what, you human too, but at the same time, you like a counselor too. You know what I'm saying? I say auntie, but you like a counselor because you can speak and you talk to people, make people feel good. And man, one day, it was a couple years ago, I had a dark cloud over me. I was about to go put in that work, Miss T.
You was about to put in that work, huh?
Yeah, so it's like, Miss T, look, you is like an online therapy, and we all on here, and it's just keeping it real, Miss T. Like, sometimes we just gotta come late and talk about certain things, and because like I said, when you walk out that door, people pretend, Miss T. Oh, what happened? They ain't got time to sit around and talk about this, that. So, this right here, this is like a online therapy for me, Miss T, because I need somebody. Sometimes you need somebody other than your significant other on a mature level to conversate with or sit back and listen to. You know what I'm saying? And that's just real talk with Tamara. Hey, I'm gonna put some money in the machine because I played long enough. I didn't talk long enough. I talked cat off this truck. Like I said, I'm finna be a pap out there. Don't be surprised you see me out there downtown Mississippi with the bullhorn. You gonna be like, oh, he for real.
I know that's right. We gotta have more black men, to step up, and we always looking outside of our community for what they gonna do for our community when we could do it for ourselves.
Right.
It just takes organization.
Yeah, and we gotta stop. You know what I'm saying? Judging a person because what they is. Cause like for 2 years, Mitzi, I knew you worked with them people downtown. So off the bat, I knew, don't play with her, be very respectful. And not even that, like, hell, what you do don't bother me because I ain't out here doing nothing like that, no way. But it's like, at the same time, it's just like, we gotta, like, we had so many real conversations up here with you, man. And it ain't even on no police shit. I'm just putting it out. There ain't no police shit.
Because I get tickled when people sit up and talk about, well, she the police because she be working with them police. Now I ain't the police. Like I've never gotten up here to try to get information to take back to the police or anything like that. It's funny when people try to. You be surprised at who informants, and it ain't me.
I want to apologize. Yeah, because when Dog got sent up, when you first started blogging, we was all emotional. I even snapped out on those camera. So I do apologize. 2 years, whatever year later, I apologize if I ever, because sometimes that shit be too real. You know what I'm saying?
But it's gonna get like that again because a lot of stuff.
Not with me.
No, I'm talking about with the emotions of people that really can, not the fake emotions of people trying to just stir up emotions to make a dollar. I'm talking about when everything starts to come out about what really happened as it relates to him. I'm talking about even just leading back up to the moment of when they popped him, the things that was said in the car right before they popped him up, and all of that stuff starts to bring up emotions again. You see what I mean? So that's why I say Memphis really has to be prayed for.
Well, they gonna do it Sunday. I hope everybody be safe, and they gonna have MPD gonna be a handy part. So they don't need to be, and it's really one of my sisters, man. Ladia Yates, she the one put it together, the queen of chicken in Memphis. She got the crown until a female can go up there and get that little short. Ladia Yates is Miss Ladia Yates, the one hosting it. So, man, shout out to her for real, the queen of chicken.
That's right.
Memphis. Kept it positive. Got the school over there off Shelby Drive by the Kroger. I've been there, so salute to that. Because when I see people like that, or Miss Real Talk with Tamara and brothers and many more, I thought Thaddeus Matthews. I ain't think I was gonna be able to say nothing about that. Why we got on there? But even with that's his deal. But it's good to have good people. You can like, dang, you come from where we come from, and you ain't throwed out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You doing what you supposed to do. So that's all we represent, man. We ain't perfect, but that's all we should represent. Is we made it in Memphis. We was raised. It built us up, and it taught us a lot of things. But when you make it up and you still going, that's where you kind of you succeeded. That's where you succeed when you can make it out of there and you're good still. And that's where we at with it, man. We ain't trying to keep tearing each other down, man. That's what our negative gang violence, it has to stop. That's just what too many people don't want to say that. All these, if we gonna be mobbed up, we need to be out there with our fists up. And that's just what it is. And I'm gonna say that Mac man, East Memphis, baby. Hey, I'm gonna donate to you cash out. I love you. And we checking in, we checking on, man. Salute to the chat.
Yeah, salute to the chat. The best chat on YouTube. The best chat on YouTube.
Let's see you doing your thing, and you know, you also had somebody try to tear you down. If people want to tear you down because you're doing great things, when you do great things, that means you're doing something good. And I'm glad you came to a point to just forget them. You know what I'm saying? You moved on. You know what I'm saying? I seen them, they were trying to get to you, but you got so used to it. It's like you know how to do it and tone all that out and pay attention what just need to be paid attention to. You know what I'm saying? And you said something about the main topic with MPD. What's your question one more time with what the topic was so I can close?
Well, they claim that they're going to bring federal. They're trying to find out who it was that was out there, you know, popping up Orange Mound, and they claim that they're going to prosecute them. They're going to bring federal charges against them.
Yeah.
But like I said, the people that had the weapons and stuff, they're all over Facebook.
They all over Facebook?
They're all over social media, so it shouldn't be that hard to figure out who it is.
They the donkey over there put up when they enhance their own way out of here. Because shooting up 20 people, that is federal. You're enhancing your way up out of here. We already need each other. That's another thing. People, we became independent, see. That's another thing our community did. A majority of our community became independent because we learned that we couldn't depend on one another. You know what I'm saying? We had to depend on ourselves. So that's what made us start going into the independent entrepreneurial business. I heard you folks. They coming out, they ain't talking right. Don't walk your ass on, turn your ass around. Because you got bills, you got stuff you got to do. And that's one thing, that's how I do good business with people. And you know why? Because I know they got bills. I know you got to pay for the time sometimes in the labor. If you do anything for me, I want to pay you for your time and for doing what you need to get at. So, and it's just, man, that's what made it go round, you know. But we became a lot of independent, man, for real. And, you know, Young Dog, I'm pointing my finger back at him, even though he was an artist, you know, he was on the same type of level. He was on the same type of level of business. So that's because our community was in the point, man, we couldn't depend on nobody. You can't, you know, and that's just real talk. That's all I wanted to say. I try to throw some real realistic. I want to just keep throwing realistic points in MSC about the sermon 129. But like I said, man, Miss C, I'm taking in, taking on. You know, I might need to come sit behind the desk and talk to you. You know what I'm saying? And pat me on my back. That's all we need. Sometimes all we need is a hug. These niggas some niggas don't get that soft woman and be smelling good and just hug them and tell them it's gonna be in the ice. You know what I'm saying? And it's good to have good brothers too, man. Good men, like you said. I always love good people. Like it's good men out here too. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, it's good men out here, man. And you know, when you're a good man, you question shit. Hell,
right.
You look at things like, all right, nigga, all right, yeah, I see you coaching and teaching. All right, you better be taking care of them kids. Don't be do what you need to be doing. That's it. I just, you know, when you're a good man, you just think like that because that's that old folk in you. That's your old grandma and them. Ooh, they assuming the most. Y'all don't be there back there doing that. ain't, you know how their grandma from the parent was. You know, they gonna put it on you. So before you even do it, just so you will think about it before you do it. So that's all, man. I'm taking on. I'm definitely gonna support to the channel again, every time, because this is not for free. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you this is part of your time, and I want to pay you for your time, giving me an opportunity to come over here, no matter if it's promoting women hair scalp treatment. Yeah, I'm a beanie man. I'm a hustler. I see all y'all women on here. I'm gonna come over here with the Dove lotion. Y'all paying $8.99. Give it back, maybe $3. Hey, see, you know, hey, if it made me, if it made me now, you know what I'm saying? I was born right there, my money.
That's right.
I ain't out there. I'm like, ooh, you ain't gotta sell a tax to make money. Oh, I'm on. I ain't gotta sell a tax to make no money. I'm gone. All right, Miss, I love you. I'm getting somebody else. I'm passing the mic.
Okay, I love you too. Thanks for calling in.
All right.
Bye-bye. Shout out to Magname Mace. Definitely a day one, a supporter of the channel. I tell you. Hold on, y'all. I'm looking at my I'm looking at my messages on my phone. Anyways, you guys, what's up, Cypress? Let me see who's still in here so I can salute everybody that's in here. Hey, thanks for calling Real Talk with Tamara.
Hey, Miss T.
Hey, you doing okay?
Yes, ma'am. Hey, I'm a Cincinnati guy, and I follow you, Cypress, Parental, and a couple more bloggers on YouTube. And I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
Why doesn't no one talk about who the driver was in that white BMW, in that white Benz, that two-door Benz?
I'm sure they got their reasons for not talking about it. They know who it was, but I'm sure it's for maybe for safety reasons. Who knows?
Okay, man. I pray that they get all them guys and see, man. Cause I feel like I'm a guy like dog, like that love everybody, but secretly got haters for real.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm 53 years old, you see, and I'm keeping real with you. I've been watching y'all show since November 17th, the day dog died. Some of my family members, they mess with me about that. I said this like a talk show, man. It's like a talk show. I'm trying to learn. And I just been watching that show. I've been watching y'all ever since that day. And I want them to get them guys so bad because they did dog dirty. They shouldn't have did them like that.
Yeah, they was wrong for how they was wrong for how they did him. That was just dirty.
Oh man. I take and cue. I take some of y'all advice. I listen to some of y'all, and I take in some of it, and I take off of it. And one thing I learned about Cypress is this. He always said, when y'all find out who was involved in killing dogs, it's gonna make y'all get y'all own friends.
They already know who was involved.
Yeah, they need to go ahead and get them. They need to.
Well, they have got the ones that did it. The main ones that did it, they haven't gotten the ones yet who paid for it, but that that comes too.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I was just so anticipated the thinking they were gonna go ahead and do the trial back, like, what was that, March 11th?
Mm-hmm.
It kind of threw me out because they never did it.
I don't think they're gonna do it in June. I don't believe. I think that his lawyer is probably going to get a continuance or something like that.
I don't care what they get. I just know they just need to go down, man. They just need to go down for that. And I'd be glad. I hope one of them try to be cocky and go to trial, because the whole truth gonna come out. They can't lie about nothing. The whole truth gonna come out. And I think that's what I'm waiting on, to see what was the real reason why they did that to that man, knowing that he gave back to that whole community like that.
Because the people that wanted him gone didn't care. Jealousy is as cruel as the grave.
Yeah, it is. It is. And that's why I can be on this. That's why I watch y'all every day when I get out of work at 2:30. I come straight home, shower, and I go sit in my den room and turn on YouTube and watch y'all. I be like, man, I hope I turn this TV on and they done got young familiar and locked them already up. Like, so that's why I just be on it every single day, just to watch that and see what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I called you for, to ask you that. Like, why haven't no bloggers really haven't talked about who was the guy that was driving that white van? Because I think, like, I know they got Cornelius and Straight Drop, and I think it's gonna be unfair if more than other guys get away with it.
Mm-hmm.
So I just hope they get all of.
Yeah, I don't think nobody is gonna get away with it. I don't. I know it's wishful. It's wishful thinking to believe just because a person got some money. And you don't ever really know how much money people got. But I don't think a lot of these people have as much money as they would want you to believe that they got. They want, they paid to be around, because see, Jay-Z says that he is a business. So what Jay-Z does is, and I guess, if he can do it like that, he should. Anybody that wants to seem like they are affiliated with him or around him, they want to be in pictures with him. It takes their stock up, I guess. At one point it did, but his stock going down too. These folks be he charged them to be in pictures and stuff with him.
Yeah, all celebrities do that. Even just to go a little bit lower than that, like a lot of comedians that come to Cincinnati, they kind of charge people to get in pictures with them. Mm-hmm. And I really don't think that's fair for real. Like, if it looks
like that, Jay-Z messing with you the long way, because Jay-Z has a management label that has plenty of artists up under that, and you don't necessarily see him all doing pictures and pictures and stuff with them. He only in pictures and stuff with the ones that pay him.
Right, exactly. Man, I just had to reach out to you and ask you that good question. But if I got something else to answer, I'll make sure I call you back again.
Okay, I appreciate you for calling in.
Okay, have a nice day.
Okay, bye-bye. Yeah, I'm sorry for eating y'all. Y'all got hungry, but what we get ready to do is I've already scheduled the members live for 12 noon. So you guys tune in. All you all that find yourself unsubscribed, just resubscribe again. These folks on here still sick, okay? Just resubscribe again. I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate all the people that supported the channel today. If you want to support, you can support via Cash App, Super Thanks, become a member. Hey, I had 12 people to support today. I appreciate that so much. The love that you all show this channel, all of the people that are a part of the channel. It means a lot to me. Like I said, I've been missing for about 2 or 3 days, and that's the second time that I've done that, and that's because I've been working like crazy, y'all. I was so tired because I've been working late. Then I'm getting up and going and working downtown. So, my body's tired, but I've been double dosing. I was supposed to be downtown working today, and I called him and told him I can't come today. I can't. I'm tired. I'm tired. I need to rest. But I still gotta do some editing for one of my clients, but I do that right at home in my home studio. I ain't even got to go over to my office. But make sure you guys tune in to Members at noon. I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. Okay, I want y'all to know that I love you. I'm gonna try to drop some more videos today. Okay, I'm gonna try to drop some more videos today, but definitely come over to the Members at 12 noon. I love you guys. I'll see you in a few minutes. Thanks for tuning in.